Hey guys, what up? What up? How we doing? What's up, Hollow Edge? You bought time capsule for Iris 1, but she's squishy. She starts out pretty squishy. But she ends up being, at least the way I build her, she ends up being pretty tanky. Like my current character is very, very tanky. Very tanky Iris 1. Not quite immortal yet because we still need to work on sustain. But I have also been delaying sustain for a bit at this point. But like as you can see, like I'm chilling in profound. I'm 80% to level 98. So you know, we die here and there, but we're leveling, and we're not actively like dodging like our lives depends on it and all of that. What is my FPS? What the fuck? Okay, maybe stream actually affects my FPS more during this mechanic more than I'd like to give credit for, because I don't think I haven't experienced the FPS stutters in a while. And then the very first map. Okay, so yeah, it has stream is the common denominator, I would say. Memories have life on them. What mage are you going with? What is your plan? By the way, in case you're wondering what makes me one of the things that makes me pretty tanky is Nature's Party and Rock Magi with 20% damage transfer, so that's very nice. I have 48% damage transfer to my minions right now. I have 40% damage transfer to my minions currently, and aside the damage transfer I have to my minions, I also have a good ES pool, and I have some other layers, but I have way more layers to come. My goal is to just be able to face tank almost everything in SS20, and we'll go from there. Like I'm going for SS20, but because I plan on face tanking everything, I'm just like, yeah, I'll take my time making sure all the pieces are right. It's way over budget. What is Nature's Party? Is Nature's Party that expensive? When I got it, I spent about 1,000, but I also got it like week 1. End of week 1 thereabouts, because I knew that it had a high propensity to get more expensive. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just get you real quick. It was painful. I think I crafted it myself, and I bound 4 of them before I hit on the 5th one. So like literally I was right on the 20%. Let's just say I have only 1 red memory. I mean, that's fine. You don't have to have my budget. As much as I'm posting my build codes, and I will post, I haven't posted the one with the red memories. Getting to 2T, the red memories haven't been a part of that. Like the Nature's Party is. Actually, no, Nature's Party isn't even a part of my offense. It kind of is, it kind of isn't. The reason I say it is because it has intelligence. But other than intelligence, it isn't really a big part of my damage. My second red memory, the middle one, is also just it took me from 1.8 T. God damn it. We're going back in there. Let me in. It took me from 1.8 T. Yeah, we don't sleep on Doro procs, all right? Not in this house. It took me from 1.8 T to about like 2.5 T, let's say. That was the damage difference this memory had. Because like I'll give you the rundown. Nature's Party isn't an offensive mod, it's a defensive mod. It makes it so my first Magi, which are my main DPS, gives me restore missing life and ES on hits, and then they also gets freeze for free, essentially, allowing me to use a magnificent gem. It makes it so my Rock Magi, I can transfer 20% of damage taken to them, and that's all the memory provides. It doesn't provide damage in any way, so this entire memory is just intelligence giving me damage and minion crit damage, and I guess this one too. But that is all this is giving me. Though it is nice that I have the 30%, it's very nice. Then I have this guy. This guy was 15k FE, so way above budget. But the thing with this guy is I was using a I was using an orange one up until I got him, and like I said, he only got me from like 1.8 to like 2.5. The reason it's 15k is because I went for ES instead of just going for like evasion or whatever. But the reason why it wasn't a massive jump in damage is because this is a step, it's a multiplier that will make it so other subsequent changes I make are going to scale even harder, but by itself is not as big of a multiplier, if that makes sense. So 2 hero trait levels, this gives me, the reason you go for that is because you get 140% additional ultimate cooldown recovery at max, which is kind of very nice to have. What else? And then he has crits. So this isn't a big part of my damage. Then this guy, we don't talk about this guy, but this is the guy I'm trying to replace. Again, I'm going to spend like 15k FE to replace this one because, like I said, I'm literally just I'm min-maxing my character one step at a time. It's a new approach I'm trying for my build because there's nothing else that's happening in the ARPG space for a while. D4 came out and I will be playing D4 again tomorrow, but today I just like I want to farm. As you can see up here, I've already farmed I've farmed up a storm today, but I want to farm some more. You know, doing tie what do you mean tie league? Is this like a PoE private league or something? So yes, but this whole slate setup was like 5k FE, by the way. It wasn't that bad. Though Space Rift, I think now is pricey. I bought mine like 3.2k, 95k. So things are going up in price actually, which I find interesting. But anyways, besides the point, I'm taking it one system at a time, and I'm as a new approach, and I'm kind of curious to see when my damage will explode, because at some point, once I have the max multipliers in these places, it's going to explode. Now, here's the kicker, and why I think what I'm doing is ass in the grand scheme of things. If you're just going for SS20, the reason I think it's ass is look at my weapons. Can you guess how good my weapons are? These are my weapons. This is my main hand. It's priceless. It can have T1 modifiers. It has not a single one. It's priceless. Look at the offhand. At least this one has 2 T1s, so like at least, you know, we'll take the wins where we can. But yeah, like realistically, if I wanted to be efficient, I would be upgrading some of these modifiers to T1, have some T0s here, go for, instead of going for my memories, I would go for my Kismets first, because the Kismets will be origin effect, or I'd go for my Vorax belt so I can actually have Winter of Origin, which would be a very big damage spike. There are a bunch of things I could do, but I'm not doing that because I've decided that the approach I'm taking is the min-maxi one. So I'm about to spend 15k on a memory that will take my damage from like 2.5t to like 3t until I get origin effect, and then my damage starts to explode. Because here's the upgrade path, and this is how I see it, right? The one I am actually doing, the bad upgrade path. And I'm going to add when I add the build code to my sheet, I will put a disclaimer that this is not efficient. I plan on getting an ultimate memory for this guy, 15k FE. That will be giga movement speed. It will be +2. We don't care about what the third stat is, right? This will allow us to get giga movement speed. So I think it's like 30% movement speed, maybe more because it's going to be a red memory. I don't actually know. No idea. But that's the play. Then once I have that, what that gives me is it gives me 50% here, because it's 20, 30, 40, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 60%? Is it 60%? Who the fuck is whispering? What the fuck was that? Anywho, yeah, 60%. It takes us to 60% of bonus applied to origin is applied to nourishment. Now, off rip, that just means we get a bit of damage. And the reason we get a bit of damage is because we have some origin effect. We have source, which is origin effects multiplicative, and we have origin effect. So we have some things that will apply to it, but when it really will start exploding in terms of efficiency is when I upgrade my. I remember when this thing was like 1,000, like a few leagues ago. Nah, it's how the mighty are falling, and it's besides the point. I would be going for Wicked.
Side quests in here. Not really.
Did you say something?
I was just talking to myself.
I was like, is someone talking? Like I was. So
in your walls.
Yeah, I was like, yo, what? Because I knew it wasn't the voice from my game. I knew that much. So we'd be going for it. Yeah.
No, I was just saying, I was like scrolling around my FF map and FF14 trying to see what stuff there was. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
All right. Do you want me to mute?
No. Continue.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah. Whatever you're about to say.
Yeah, no, I was just talking about my game. So the actual efficient path that I would be going for is like I would be going for an upgrade to Wicked. And why this is important is once I get this Wicked upgrade, what then happens is my next upgrade past that will be drumroll. I said drumroll, but I really just can't remember. Destiny. I'm in the wrong spot. Destiny, MIDI, microfates, other spirits, no summon. Spirit Magi origin effect. So we'll be going for a bunch of these. Why is Wicked so cheap? It's not cheap. It depends on the role. Unless you mean what I saw is cheap, because a max roll is like 8k. That wasn't even a max roll. That wasn't a max roll. There wasn't a max roll, but there was a 3.4 roll, if I remember correctly. Yeah, for 8.8k. It's 0.1 off of max roll. There is no max roll currently on the market, sadly. But once we use Wicked, yeah, that's why. I don't know how much max roll is going to be, but you know the funny thing is like max roll I think I saw at 8k at some point in the league earlier, but I was like, that's too much money for me. Now look at me. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge and get to it. I'm not going to sweat it. You know, it is what it is. Once we get this to max roll, because our current Wicked is kind of ass. It's a 2.4, which is again not the worst, but it could be way better. Then we're going to go for the micro fates, and all of a sudden we'll be getting anywhere from 70 something to 81% origin effects, which is a lot of origin effect, because that origin effect would add up to the one in my tree and multiply source, and now we have a big multiplier. But then don't forget, we just got nourishment to actually, instead of getting 20% from origin, it's getting 60% from here. It's now 60%. So like all of a sudden this 30% multi also scales. But that's not all, because I should have just said here, Nature's Party adds these effects to Nourishment's base effect. So Nourishment effects scales these effects. So all of a sudden my Force Magi are restoring even more ES and life. And then my Rock Magi are I think it will scale off of a Nourishment effect. I'm not 100%, but I should be transferring more than 20% damage taken to my minion with Nature's Party. Then now my origin scaling is it's now going through the roof. At this point, I will buy two. At this point, I'm working on my Kismet, right? So all I'm doing is Kismet shit. So I would go for my medium fate, 2 of which will be green shoots. I've thought extensively about this. I'm going for 2 green shoots and 2 star trails. Star trails being more origin effects, God damn, these guys are going up in price. They were 5K yesterday. Okay. We're not going to worry about it yet. Like I said, we have a long way till PoE2's launch. You know, we have a long way to go. So why are you no rush? Slow and steady. You know, whenever we kill SS20, we kill SS20. Deck stackers destroying star troll prices. Is that why shit is exploding in price? Probably should pick this up early then. Because I could easily pick up like 2 right now, but then that would be it for my other memories. Buy it now because it's going up in price. Everything else is getting cheaper, except the memory. The memory, I don't even know if it's actually getting cheaper. There's a 15.5K that I really want. Well, I don't really want it. I just want to have it before shit goes up in price because movement speed is premium for me. But anyways, Star Trail then goes on my board. Now we're getting a total of like almost 180 origin from my tree, from my Kismet alone, which multiply and do yada yada yada. And at this point, I will be upgrading my weapon affixes and my affixes to like T1. No T0s yet, just T1s. And then I'd work on prisms. I need to get this guy to not replace the legendary talent. I think that is going to be like, you know, like I said, we're taking it one system at a time. So then we'll work on Prism to make sure we can get Circle of Life, because that would also be a big increase in offensive power. And at some point in this whole cycle, we also need to work on our cluster, which we're currently on a T2. We need to get a T0, 6% if we can. If we can't get a 6%, how much is 6%, by the way? That's honestly not bad. We need to get that as well. So that would be like 36% more damage. Kind of actually pretty chill. Then at this point, our origin effect is through the moon. Oh, I forgot about a big step before Circle of Life. Once I'm done with my Kismets, the very next step is Vorax Belt, so that I can actually fit in a what do you call this thing? Winter of Origin, because that would be the best quality of life I could get at that point. Because at that point in particular, I will be getting a bunch of multiplicative CDR for my minions, which should be the final piece that should get them under 1 second cooldown for their ultimate. So the once I get my Vorax belts in, which should cost me thousands as well, because I'm going for the perfect Vorax belts. I'm going for ultimate advanced Vorax mod ultimate advanced, so I can then reroll that until it's T1, T0, yada yada yada. You know, the works. How much is Vorax shit going for right now? I should check. Vorax organ. Fine. 100 FP a piece. 110. Oh, ugh. That's nasty. That's actually nasty. Ugh. Yeah, so this means I'm going to be spending like 5K, 10K on a fucking belt. I'm tired, boss. I don't know why I decided to go the min-max route. Like, I'm tired just thinking about it. Like, that is so much farming. But like I said, I'm going to cope under the assumption, my cope is that we have a month till PoE2 launch, so I'm doing nothing better in that time. So we might as well get comfortable. We farmed 4 hours today already. We need to put in more hours. People trying to craft Lone Walker rings. I mean, can they just, you know, drop the prices, please? Like, they should hurry up and be done so I can actually get cheaper Vorax shit. Because, like, the reason I haven't done Vorax up until now is because I'm hoping it gets cheaper. But, like, and it has gotten cheaper, but, like, by a degree of, like, 5 FE in, like, a week. That is not a lot. Like, I'm really hoping shit gets cheaper, but, like, these guys are like, nah. What are we done crafting? The good news is Winter of Origin itself is cheap, so the actual disenchant material isn't bad. You know, like that is the one saving grace in this whole thing.
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame.
But as you can see, in the min-max journey, there are a lot of upgrades in my future, and I have thought about a lot. But by the time it's all said and done, the reason I'm very sure like I'd be chilling is I will have a lot of DR coming from. I'll have 70% damage redirect to my minions. I'll have 50% less hit damage taken from my Stone Magi, 50% less dot damage from my Erosion, enough damage to get 15 T DPS, Tenacity Blessings, a lot less damage taken at low mana, injury buffer, barrier, which and out of all these layers, I don't have barrier yet, I don't have injury buffer yet, I do not, like, there are a bunch of things I don't have yet. So, and of course I don't have origin effects, so I don't have a big chunk of my regen. But but it's because I need origin effect that I haven't gotten rid of my belts or having to use Winter of Origin, because it's very comfy having Light Hunter with my Frost Magi, especially with Nature's Party giving me missing ES on hits. That's why I can do God of Might, in case you're wondering, because I'm just casually regenerating ES while also recharging ES, while also restoring missing ES on hits, while also taking less damage because I'm on ES, of course. Can't forget that one. But there is also a universe or a thought process that I've been playing around with to get even tankier if I so choose to, and that is by going the red chest instead of friend nemesis. The problem with that is that that would be an insane amount of damage loss. Like, I cannot, it's unquantifiable just how much damage I'm going to lose, because there are two things the friend nemesis provides me. It provides me 51% additional damage, which is, it's a big multi, but like, it's not the end of the world to not have. The real thing it provides me is it gives me a constant source of damage in my Magi, which means the more CDR I give them, the more they cast their Empower skill, which is a big damage multiplier for after they cast it and for like 5 subsequent hits. It apparently stacks or something. It reads very funnily. I can't fully explain it, but yeah.
Enjoy this moment. The champion deserves the honor.
Anyways, all this to say, we have a lot of upgrades in our future, some of which are defensive, some of which are offensive, but all of which will make SS20 easier. This is the first time I'm ever coughing up like 15k on a single memory, by the way, can I just say? And not only did I cough up 15k, I'm about to do it a second time. Memory prices this league are sad. They are horrendous. Like, I know I typically don't go for +2 memories I like, because like last season, as of when I was going for my end game memories, they were like 30k, so like it's better than that. but like at the same time, it is still ass.
But the coward worshipped his gods henceforth.
Check apathy memory prices. What is apathy? Is that a modifier? Which of them? Progress, discipline, origin. Any? I'm sorry, what? Wait. Max ES damage. Just by existence, 28k? No other good mods, just like it's existing 28k. What the fuck? What does it do? Intelligence no longer granted damage bonus. Intelligence is the sum of strength and dex. Plus 120% strength and dex. I mean, that is kind of cool. But goddamn. Dex stackers, life stackers. Why would life stackers care about this? I know strength stackers would, but strength doesn't give life in this game. Dex I can see because you just give it a 20% more. No, this is plus 120, so that is 2.2x, right? That is a lot. That is actually a lot, for especially for skills that don't use intelligence. Because then there's no downside. That is baffling. Wait, so how much is the revive memory material for apathy blade in that case? Because if it's 20 something k, there's no way the requirement material is cheap. So I assume 5k. Yeah, that sounds alright. 1 in 5. Using min-max ARPG's filter, yeah, it's as of when I chose my filter, it was the one that was up to date. Where the ad? The only funny thing is, at this point, I'm so used to it that I wouldn't have even batted an eye. Like, I am so used to it. Fun fact, we crossed the 10k mark when we hit 4 hours, but then since then, every single map we've run has been minus currency. So we've been trying one map at a time to get back to the 10k without obviously doing anything like Sandlord. Speaking of Sandlord. Of course you're multiplying something that is not great. Oh, this isn't 10k per hour. It's 10k total. I have 4 hours. I'm at 2.3k per hour on average. But you want to hit 10k an hour? All you have to do is just look RNG in the face and say, now it's my turn. Because if you legit just go on a cage spree, your profit per hour is going to shoot, or just drop a big precise gem from a watcher or something. That's why 10k per hour shots. I turned in 5 compass div cards for 10 cages. Oh, if you did that, that is like 100k FP an hour strat, if not more. Because guess how much a cage is right now? Take a guess. Keep in mind, I dropped 5 in the span of 4 hours. So basically, I've been averaging like 1 cage per 100 maps, pretty much. 1k. Oh, then you do know. Yeah, it's about 1k. Earlier it was like 1010 FE, like well into the one, like it was 1k, and there were a bunch that were in that range. Sold 10 yesterday. Yeah, but they're 900 yesterday. Like I also sold 2 yesterday. They were like 900 and something, and I was like, yeah, that's good money. Then I log in today and I see 10k. I'm like, excuse me?
10K.
What's that? How do I have 10k?
The truth.
By having 10k? I'm going for expensive memories. It ain't gonna farm itself. But I hope you know that isn't 10k an hour. That is a 4 hour tits rock.
Oh, okay.
Worry. That world is not scary.
In the flames stolen from the gods.
So it's like 2.3, 2.5k FE an hour.
Enjoy this moment.
My friend got all his mods on his weapon T0'd.
Yeah.
This implicit, and he balled that shit.
Did he win?
Yeah, T0 plus 2 mods.
Holy. I mean, that's what you do when you get there, right?
If you want to keep pushing, yeah. You're gonna have to start. I mean, the next step is to literally finish your Vorax gear and corrupt it. Have you seen the cost of the Vorax corrupting shit, by the way?
Do you get it from
Oh,
Vorax?
no, the Vorax corrupting, the item you need to corrupt Vorax.
Do you get it from Vorax? You do? I never saw that last league, so a lot.
It's, I don't know, like 9K maybe?
Oh.
And there was like only 2 on the market earlier.
Holy.
Carry the weight of both honor and shame.
When you get to that level of min max, it's just crazy. That's
why
Like
we
the-
play this.
like the amount of dedication. Like I was telling Chad like what my upgrades are going to be from here, and how I don't recommend them following the exact upgrade path I'm doing because it's inefficient, but it's what I want to do. It's inefficient for SS20 if that's just your goal, right? But that's what I want to do because we don't have anything till end of next month anyway, so might as well make it count. And I was just getting tired as I was going through all the pieces because I'm like, yo, this is like 5k here, okay, this is like 10k here, okay, this is like this is like this. And I mean, before I get through all the things I listed, I will be at 15t. I'm almost sure of that. But like the price just keeps going up. I looked at Star Trails Kismet. That shit is at 6k now. Shit has been going up. It was 5k 2 days ago.
Keeps going up. The
Star
green one, right?
No, the Kismet, the increased effect of small nodes, because my small nodes are going to have Origin of Spirit Magi.
I thought that was a dream, because
No, it's not the Dream one. The Dream one is cheaper, unironically.
We've witnessed many final moments like
Dream one's been going up too. I keep considering Arcana. I could be level 3 at least, Arcana.
I mean, I'll see why not, but you tell me. Vorax has no bad outcomes. That's why it's expensive. Oh, I think I remember them saying that last league during the reveal.
Which has 0 bad outcomes, yeah.
So you actually are just guaranteed to get something good, but god damn, that's still expensive.
You still got to finish the item, which is expensive, and then you after that you'll spend 9,900 to corrupt it.
I mean, I was looking at the prices of Vorax. That's where the oh god, this is expensive came from, because if I'm going for the item I want, I'm going to have to spam a lot of like basic and advanced modifier things, and that means each one is like 100 FE basically.
Yeah, they're expensive. I mean,
So,
Vorax is
like-
still pricey.
Oh, it definitely is. It's pricier than last league, because when I got my Vorax last league, it was expensive, but it wasn't 100 FE per click. It wasn't 100 FE per item, you know. Because I was able to get something decent for it. I got lucky and I was able to get something decent for 1,000 FE. Wasn't great, wasn't bad.
God's chest looking kind of expensive though, I'm not gonna lie. Might be cheaper to cube up. Might be cheaper to which is crazy, the conic. You know that is crazy.
Man said might be cheaper to cube up.
I mean, everything's just going up. Dream shit is going up.
God's chest farm is horrible. People tested already. I mean, it's God's chest I've been doing all day. It's God's chest I'm getting 2.3k an hour currently. No door equal trash. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that I think I can potentially see.
You can say that, but don't say God chest is horrible.
Conflicts carry the weight of
Like I can see being bad without Doro, because you have like a decent amount of like bad. But okay, again, this is
I'm seeing people say they're doing it without Dora on the Reddit though. But like I think these
You-
people are also
you-
like their builds are really good. So they're really fast.
yeah. I think
And
that
at that point that's what closes the gap is speed.
I think speed is such an underrated metric. I would love to get faster, and the only
Bro,
way I
the guy
can.
that said God's chest in the Discord said 20-second a map. I'm like, bro, 20-second a map?
Wait, how is he doing the God's shit in 20 seconds? That God of
averaging 2
Might.
minutes. I'm averaging 2 minutes.
I feel like
guess
if
you can speed it up.
If I was one shotting these guys, I guess I could get the time down.
Oh, the door broken twice is so good.
Mm-hmm.
enjoy this moment. The champion deserves the honor.
Door was the smartest swipe I ever made last week.
I'm telling you, Dora is
And the
goated.
garment type swipe. I'm a freaking- if I could just get a piece.
There's a reason I was going for Dora 6. That's all I'm gonna say.
Terrible price. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's good. It's Lone Walker, I think. Wait, no, that's
Speaking of
Disappearing
Lord,
Shadow.
Someone I was watching was crafting a Vorax ring, Lone Walker boots,
Mm-hmm.
and they finished it, and then they vaulted it, and it corrupted T0 plus on the Lone Walker mods.
Holy. What level was the
Both
aura?
mods.
don't worry. We're still making preparations.
Do you remember the aura
That one I
level?
don't know. I can probably find out because it was at the beginning of someone's stream. So I can just go back and check.
Yeah, because like I'm
will.
very
I'll do
curious. I've seen a dude
I
do
avoided
it
it
in
too.
deep space and it was horrible. We apathy, which is a 30-second per map, and it's only 1k per hour. I mean, deep space maps are expensive, so you'd have to. Not every strat is a deep space strat just because it's good in profound.
I think it's a profound strat. I don't know if it's a deep space strat.
You know, like deep space doesn't necessarily mean better. It just means better loot. He tried in profound first. I mean, I've had good numbers with, like, I've had good consistent numbers with God's chest, but I also have Doro, so like I'm not, you know, that's a part of the
By way.
equation.
6, by the way, Chad. Let's remember, I have Dora 1. He has 6. So whatever this bro says about God's chest, you need to realize that shit does not matter.
Duro just proc twice in my map as well. Feels good.
That's my first double proc in the map.
God, what are these
Every
mods?
other map.
Exaggerate much?
I did get 2 cage, compasses back to back, and that shows. That was insane. Put that into upgrades, it gave me literally.
Guess how many God's chests I currently have?
I know.
Yes. It's more than 0.
In the flame stolen from the gods, he forged it.
2.3k for a compass farm is I mean my speed could be a lot better. I'm not fast. I am not fast. My clear speed is not fast. I'm not one-shotting God of Might like I am, but I have a cooldown. And until I get that cooldown lower, like there are so many factors that are going into that 2.3k that I know it could be better than 2.3k. And let's not forget that clockwork with blue compass, mind you, not expensive clockwork, but clockwork in profound blue compass was netting me like 1500. So is it that bad? I don't know. Like I said, it's been better than clockwork for me at least. Like consistently as well.
Honor and shame.
I think Dusty said he opened a tomorrow's direction and got 10 God's chests yesterday, something like that.
Oh man.
Yeah. You know, Rashford got that last league. Then 10 gold cage. Yeah, gold cage. Can't say.
I was so fucking lucky.
So, at 1,000 a piece, if he sold today, that's an easy 10k.
That's literally what, half an eternity.
Is
At
eternity
that point,
20?
if that happens, it was when I last checked a while back. I don't know what it is now.
Holy.
See, the problem with eternity is I just dropped 4 old grudges. Is this good? Oh, that would have been insane. That's one of those things that happens with the league mechanic, isn't it? When she gives them like quant and replicate.
Maybe. Oh,
Yeah,
you
imagine
drop
getting
multiple
that,
of
like,
the thing,
every
then yeah.
week. Yeah, multiple of the same unique.
Then yeah. Eternity this league is cheap. Surely I get it right.
Yo, but cheap. How much? Because I would fucking love an eternity.
I mean
Not so many upgrades.
Eternity last league was, or in past leagues has been like 30 something plus on average. So like 20k already is cheap.
People wallet in this game because it's actually just like you're either binding it because you're probably just never gonna sell it.
That's what I do with my
or it's
Lone
gonna
Walker.
get better and insane. Like my friends, that was worth 70 after.
That's what I do with stuff like Lone Walkers, because I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to have to go the true trouble of replacing it. So if it binds, it's whatever. The only problem is if it divines from a good road that I selected or something. But like with Lone Walkers, like I was going to get the bonuses regardless. So the divine is whatever. It's a slap on the wrist at best. But if he hits, it's one of those. There's a risk, but the risk is very managed, so I'm fine with it. Double Doro proc. I mean, GG. It doesn't happen that often. I actually can't tell you it doesn't happen that often.
Every other fucking map.
It doesn't happen that often. It's nice when it happens.
I'm playing with him. I literally wake up, like hop in Discord. He's like, "Oh wow, double Doro." I'm gonna go brush my teeth. I get back in. Damn, double Doro. Like you say it every time.
You do know that double Doro is literally one of her upgrades, right? Like when she procs, there's a 34% chance she upgrades it. She procs again.
Said, it doesn't happen that often, but now he's like, yeah, but have you read level 6?
That's
he just literally said, bro.
That is level 3. If I remember correctly, it's level 3. That gives you the chance to double proc. But like that is different from having 2 separate procs. Now for 2 separate procs, I am more likely than you to get it, but it is still a rare occurrence. Man is trolling me, and I know he's trolling me, but it's all good.
For the people. Well, I know.
Says the Doro enjoy. If you spoke for the people, you already have Doro.
Level 1 Duro free to play enjoyer.
Free to what? Upon what are these modifiers? Good. Yeah, Dusty said minimum eternity right now is 20k, so really cheap.
The winds will blow away.
And by really cheap, it's really cheap for an eternity. Eternity is what?
I really want one.
Sure, this is the league you actually send it, right? You'd experience
I think
eternity.
if I get lucky, I can see myself just being like, all right, fuck it, just chill till then. I could get it this weekend if I actually put my mind to it, right? Like, real talk.
Depending on how much time you're willing to put into the game. Holy, the packing and unpacking is done. We're ready.
It's done for now, for sure.
Boys, it's gonna come out of this weekend Rasham style with 100k FE ready to kill SS20.
I could probably no. SS20 is a lot.
I mean, you don't do SS20 in one weekend, but what are you gooning to? What lucky drop did you get? Holy, in mystery chest.
You already know what it was.
Golden cage.
Let's just say that's the same sound Don made when it dropped.
GG on your golden cage. That reminds me of I have I never my internet cut out. Holy.
What'd you get?
I got a golden cage.
Oh, surely.
I'm siphoning your luck.
At some point, the server just picks people. And everyone gets it. And they all post on the Reddit at the same time on the Discord, and people coop, and then they swipe for the feds. Surely.
Surely, right? I have 6 golden cages, by the way. In case you're wondering. Now, sounds lucky. Actually isn't. I'm averaging like 1 in until 70, 80 maps. Because this is number 6, and this is map number 245. So, it seems like 1 every 50 I'm currently averaging. So yeah, kind of lucky actually. 1 every 41 maps, roughly. Without this one, it was up until this map at least. It was 1 every 49 maps. So yeah, been pretty good. At the very least, I can't say I have gone on like an insane dry streak on Golden Cage. How is bro even gonna use Eternity without an Omnivorax? Omnivorax? Like Omni Belt for Elixir? He's not Elixir scaling as far as I know.
I'm not Sage Lifestack.
He's a Lifestacker, but he's a Rehan Lifestacker.
I couldn't buy myself to play Sage, man.
You would pay through your nose for everything, I feel. Unless people have rerolled from Sage because of the
Sage
upper limit.
Apparently is one of the cheaper SS20s you can actually get.
That
cheaper,
is a,
but like it's something you want to re-roll to when you have the money, not something you want to start from 0 to hero. That's what I mean by cheap.
okay.
Like you'll spend like 30k and then you'll kill SS20. Maybe closer to 45, 50.
20k is insanely cheap, by the way. For SS20. That is still insanely cheap for SS20.
That's what I said. That's what I said. But I think probably closer to 45, 50 now that the video came out on it, because that's just what happens with the market. But
interesting.
But yeah, it's and it's tanky obviously because it's Sage.
I mean, she gets 50% extra life or something like that, just by virtue of elixirs. I think she gets. I don't know if that counts for life stacking shit though.
It does.
Is it?
It does. It counts for mana, so it counts for.
Then yeah. So we're currently sitting at 11k total FE made today. So yeah, if you were to just grind all weekend, you would easily get an eternity.
That's good. Let's do it then, right?
I don't know if you would burn yourself out getting this is the one problem. Also, I have determined, at least in my humble opinion of being petless, it is not worth doing league mechanic. Just speed run that shit. Yeah,
I don't think I can say that. I think it is for me.
yeah, for me it's not. So I like literally the reason I've been getting this like much FP per hour is because I've been skipping it. Like I'm just like, yo, the big prize is golden cages and Doro procs at the end, so let's just focus on getting there. It's funny how I've actually bought two different sets of 100 of God's chest this like today, and I think I'm about to run out of the second set. And keep in mind, when I say I bought two sets, I'm using the Keystone Mastery that has a 10% chance to it has a 10% chance to not use compasses. So when if I use 200, that's realistic, like 220 maps.
It's crazy.
If you can afford to do league mechanic, then do. If you're as slow as the Codic, then don't.
Don't worry. That world
I mean, if you're as slow as me, then I definitely don't recommend it. I don't think you should. Honestly, it's just a waste of time, because regardless of how fast you are, there's a spawn time for them, and for me, there's enough time that I can run ahead and will have to come back to actually try to hit them. Now, granted, mine has a delay on a delay, so like, you know, AI has to target and all of that before I can actually do damage. But I think that's the case for minions and whatnot. I have explode as well. It's just for me currently, I hit, they all die if they're close to each other. But the problem is if they don't all die, then we have cooldown for like a second, like 1 point something seconds for my Magi's ultimate. And depending on like how much they've been hitting before, they might one shot, but they could also just not one shot as well. So I'm still at the damage point where it is kind of variable if they one shot or not. And I honestly think the difference between one shotting and not, it might be that double damage roll, because I don't have a 100% double damage chance. It might be that, and combined with my crit chance not being 100%, it might be a case of if I don't crit, I don't one shot, or if while in the middle of a battle. Because regardless, if this is the first mob I'm seeing in a map, it's getting one shot. But once my minions have been using their buffs, essentially, all of a sudden the iron one-shotting as well anymore. No reason not to do league mechanic. You're delaying the next potential cage you're dropping. So depending on, like, there is a reason.
Probably worth it in Compass card maps, because I do get a good amount of dual procs there.
Yeah, like in Compass, like it all depends on like what you have, right? If it's a Compass quant map, then chest isn't benefiting from that, but league mechanic should.
100% does.
Yeah, so
Especially with my like with the multipliers I get with the pet, I definitely notice those maps.
yeah. So like the reason to not do league mechanic is speed. If I spend an extra, like let's just say in the span of an hour, if I can run 10 extra maps in this without doing league mechanic, because I'm not doing league mechanic as an example. This is a low ball because league mechanic actually takes longer than that. But if I say I can do 10 more maps because I did league mechanic, one of those maps could have proc the cage, and all of a sudden that hour could go from 22k to like 2800 an hour. And when I do league mechanic, I will be making in that same span of time like maybe 2100. So there is a reason in terms of efficiency, and it's just a case of, does the league mechanic give you enough to justify not skipping it and getting more of the rewards you're actually trying to get from your farm. And of course, if the league mechanic spawns on like God of Might, then there's no two ways around it. I would do the ones around it as I'm killing God of Might. Like that's a no-brainer. But when it's not on the way, I'm not touching it. I still try to kill the res though. I still try to kill the res if there are any res, but like that's about it. What did you say?
I was just agreeing with you.
But if you're a profit per map and like maximizer, then yeah, there's always a it's always do league mechanic because you're getting more per map. I just care about profit per hour currently. I want to get as much as I can with my time, and as such, there's a conversion to be had on if it's worth doing league mechanic, and in my experience, it hasn't. The hours I was doing league mechanic, I was averaging like 1700 because of, you know, how it slowed me and everything. And if I were to do the same thing today, I probably wouldn't have made it how much I've made. I'd have used less maps, so technically more map. I'd have made more profit per map, but I would have less money overall in profits.
Perhaps we can be friends once you've turned to dust.
Like, here's what I mean. Because my minions have been hitting already, all of a sudden they don't have their empower buffs, and they might be missing some double damage procs and stuff like that. So like things just add up, and we now are no longer one-shotting. Especially with God of Might's DR, that can get very noticeable. Oh my god, I give them injury buffer. That actually explains it, why it was as slow as that. Injury buffer is not good when your whole job is to one-shot them, by the way. Just in case anyone was curious.
What's life stacking Sage scales, by the way?
Preparations.
Like injury buffer cap.
I mean, injury buffer is really good. It's really strong.
Percent DR.
It just means you can't get one shots. You can get, well, you can technically if you hit big enough, but odds are at that point all your scaling is regen, right? Because it's basically injury buffer is basically petrified blood, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, I kind of assumed, because I have that mod too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry.
It's just like, oh, you're about to take damage. Yeah, let's take a percent of that and cut to put it over time. And it doesn't count as damage when you do take it, so it doesn't stop like ES charge as an example. So it's not like it's not any worse for ES build as it is for life builds. Yellow Naston is 70 FP and you can get one every 4 to 5 maps. I have most definitely not been getting one every 4 to 5 maps I run.
I haven't either.
That has not been my experience when I was doing the league mechanic, I can tell you that much. And this was with God's chests. Even with Sandlord, where I'm giga scaling quants, I don't see that often. Like in the 20 maps I ran for Sandlord today, I didn't see it once. And keep in mind, Sandlord has the 25% additional quant on the tree. I have the additional quant pets. I didn't see that once. So every 45 maps has definitely not been my experience.
Perhaps we can be friends once you've turned to dust.
35.5.
35.5. Whoa.
God's chest.
Oh, that's what you're averaging?
That's how much it costs now. It's 35 earlier.
Oh. I should buy 100 again.
We've witnessed many final moments like that. Some were up.
All right, let's get rid of injury buffer, please. Till it's slowing me down by a lot.
lay down, peoples.
Get some rest.
Well,
It was a
Are you-
pleasure to catch up with you again.
yeah, no
You sound
problem.
tired.
Yeah, I usually get tired around this time. And I work early, so
Ooh. Okay, that,
it's hard. It's hard. Like the demon hours for me are like waking up at like 4 in the morning. I can't stay up naturally anymore. So
Totally understandable.
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Get some rest.
Get some rest, goats.
Night.
Bye.
Worship his gods. Henceforth.
Goated.
Don't worry. That world is not scary. It's just a long, long time of loneliness.
What's that?
The champion deserves the honor.
I hate when that controller bug happens where I can't move to the time mark I care for because presumably I clicked too early. So now it only goes between Traveler and typically Glacial Abyss. So I have to manually like move my mouse, and at this point I just stopped doing that. I now just use my right analog stick because now I know how to click. Like I know how to click with my controller now, so I don't even bother using my mouse for the most part.
Just too expensive, Draconic. Even with the cage drop, it's looking kind of like I'm just gonna be stuck in 30 maps jail. Like I can't buy more.
I mean, you can. It's just it's a big investment to go more. Like for me, that's why I haven't bought what I wanted to buy. I can afford to do it. I can afford to do it. I just haven't yet. Because I'm like, if I do it and I'm broke, I wouldn't want to go back to doing 30 at a time. So I'm just like, whenever I'm done with God's Chest is when I'll be able to use that amount of cash I lock in for the compasses. But I kind of just want to keep being able to run 100. Eventually, I want to try Purple Clockwork though.
Not
How-
creation engine.
Creation engine. I haven't seen that video. I don't know. I haven't seen anything that's tempting me. Like I haven't watched the Ali video. You want me to open it? Okay,
Yeah, I
we
can.
can
I
check.
just thought you would have.
You sent it at a time when I don't remember what I was doing, but it wasn't too long after. Then I saw a stream, and then after that I didn't remember and then I was just blasting, and all through today I didn't remember, so I just didn't watch it.
I mean, totally understandable.
My phone was also just very busy today. People just remember that I existed, and I'm just like, and I didn't mind it, but kind of wanted to play. But it's fine, I guess. Creation is a scam without pets. I did it yesterday. Don't do Ali strat. It's horrible without Kong.
But I'm hearing people do it with. Let me ask.
I've heard people do it without Kong. I just don't know enough to say definitively, oh, it's this or it's that. And how much did I spend on Doro 6? We don't talk about that.
The winds will
More than I would have liked is all I'm gonna say. More than I would have liked. If I had to think about the actual raw value, did it myself full statistics tracking with Creation Engine? Is it possible you got unlucky? Or like how many maps did you try as an example?
Like I need more than just that statement too.
Or you must really want Creation Engine.
Well, I'm curious about it. It's the new strat. And I'm hearing people do it without Kong. Fuck, I should have gotten Kong. I mean, we can still get Kong.
Kong is next league.
Kong is in the banner.
What do you mean? Kong banner is out? Oh,
No,
you're
no,
fucking trolling.
I'm not trolling. I will. I will
No,
pay
you
myself.
would.
I just need this chatter to type up.
What's that?
Say try
numbers
200
to be
maps.
insane. 200? Wait, isn't this a strat where you kind of need to hit that to hit big though?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know.
No, I'm asking them. Oh, Donkey said it's probably dog shit, so I guess I'm just not gonna bother.
He said it's holy.
Just I don't need more people to tell me that. That's fine. That's enough for me. I know it's like pain till you hit, Taconic.
There is no div card drops besides the main creation pool. Are there any expensive div cards in the creation pool though? I guess. Like I assume you're not going. By the way, this is a map I should clear entirely, so I will do that. 40 FE and like 70 FE. And I'm assuming they do their best to offset the cost, but their best sometimes just isn't good enough. Otherwise, you're losing money every map. Is there any like Giga Drop div card?
Yeah, that's big hits.
Like in Creation Engine, like something like Disappearing Shadow Bot on steroids. I know the person I saw that printed with the strats was many of these. He had a lot of Antonio's research or something like that. But I think that that might be, is that Kong related? Let me see. Where's div cards?
I don't know what that one is. By the way, Terrible Price is not. The Terrible Price is insane, but it's because it's a Sacred Fossil one.
Yeah, it's like 80 something, right?
Yeah, but I need that shit to see it. Whole thing.
I turned one in earlier, not today, but like yesterday or two.
Min or max or
Min.
between?
5.
Holy.
It's a profit once you hit 8 and above. If from the math I did way back when, but if you hit 7 or 6.
I mean, to feel better than clicking it 7 times, that's for sure. On the trade market. So we'll just cope on that.
What about the time it takes to actually fully get it? Where?
Talk about it.
There we go. I was like, where is this shit? Antonio's research is 120 FE. Yeah, so this is decent. $60 FE per map, it goes minus 30 FE and it gets plus 600 sometimes. How do you hope for times 20 without Kong? That's just unrealistic. The person, like, if it's one that I mentioned, they had Kong, right? That was not even that person had Kong. That was the very first person I saw talking about Creation Engine. Okay, let's.
I think you should all pull for Kong real quick and then see what happens after.
What do you mean by we should all pull for Kong? I'm out of space for pack spirits that matter. Literally, sometimes depending on the strat, sometimes I'm having to bench chalk.
That world is not scary.
Surely they don't just decide, okay, we now have 4 pack spirits, right?
No. If anything, those squeezes tighter, to be honest.
Yeah, if you have 4 slots, now you need to have more 6s.
That's probably about the idea, yeah.
Anyways, like between the quants pets, Doro, chalk, and then the purples, because the purples are actually pretty decent. So like purple compass, purple FE, stuff like that. I'm just having to I'm having to bench one of those 4 already. If I get Kong, I kind of think of a map I would say, yeah, this is a Kong map, unless like I want to farm God of Machines. But I don't know if I would want to do a whole strat with Kong 1.
Oh, I thought I wanted to do that either.
Ali was making 2k
Actually,
with
Kong
Kong.
one's good. Kong 1 is good.
Just having Kong.
Pretty sure, right?
He has a
Kong
chance.
1 is enough.
I think Kong really scales with his levels. Like if I remember correctly, he has a chance to double. He gets a chance to triple, and I think he can those rolls independently, so he can double and then triple, or something like that. So Ali made 2k with Kong, and the average experience is like plus 60 minus like minus 30 a map until you get plus 60. Is that what you mean? I mean, that's a big difference. It's worse than T7 boss rush without Kong. I did it profound. Well, to be fair, like I said before, FE per hour is a nuanced conversation that I don't particularly like engaging with. I'd rather deal with like profit after 100 maps as a metric, because profit per hour is highly dependent on speed.
Skill is also just like not PoE when it comes to like per hour conversations. It's like crazy.
Like the variance in, like if I drop 3 golden, I could drop 3 golden gauges in 1 hour, and all of a sudden profit per hour is insane, you know. But that's not the expectation. Ooh, Sprout of Legends. Let's fucking go. Well, my main thing is like, if you average X amounts, like I said with this strat, for example, I can say I average like currently with this 5-hour sample size, I'm averaging 2400, right? But like before while I was doing the league mechanic, my average, and I did this over multiple different 100 map sets, I was averaging like 1700 an hour. As an example, the same strats, same compasses, same tree, everything. The only difference is how I was approaching the actual strats.
I got that gold card for Sandlord.
Holy, that means you, I think when I get that, it's like you can get 8k, it's like 10k in that map or something. You can get a lot.
12k in 2 maps, yeah.
Feels good, right?
It does, because I was doing it in A2s, because I'm trying to complete Path of Progression.
Okay.
Shit. And I mean, it feels good to make that much gold.
I really
I
wish.
still need to upgrade a lot. My Sand Island is still like level 3.
I mean, as expected, but you have the goal to do it. The only thing is, you have to work for those workers. The real solution to that realistically might just be do a strat that can fit in the compass, so over time you gather the workers instead of just Giga Sandlord, because Giga Sandlord is.
I actually don't know if I want to do God's Chest. Like, I know Cube is fucking Gamba, but it's a lot.
Cube
I have to
can.
wait for shit to sell for me to do another 30 clean God's Chest, because it's just a God's Chest, right? You gotta pay for the hunting too. And I dropped a cage, but cage doesn't sell that fast, to be honest, unless you're Giga underselling.
Cage sells okay. Like I don't. I mean,
So 3 and 2 days.
I never wait that long, but we also price very differently when it comes to compasses.
You also put out how long? Don't you wait for shit to go for you to have like a lot?
No, like this is the only time I've held multiple cages. I always sell one at a time. This is the first time I actually have more than one. We just price compasses very differently. Don't forget.
I started pricing more aggressively this league because of what you told me. I definitely wasn't doing it before though. I won't lie about that. But now I'm pricing very aggressively.
Then you should be selling it without long.
But like
sometimes it's slower than other compasses. I'm not saying like it's fast or like, but it will sell within 10 minutes.
That's different then. Fine. I recognize that that's probably on me, like trying to get a little bit more.
There's nothing wrong with trying to get more. It's just I want to have the money now so I can continue farming if I'm out. So like my priority is get it now so I can continue running my maps. And I'm not going to gimp the price, you know. If it's like, if I were to look at Golden Cage right now, how much would I list it for? Golden Cage is currently up to 1,000. I put up for 997 because that has like 8 listens. Maybe 996 because it has none. I already put it as low as 990, but like 996,
I
997.
put it up for. Alright, 998. Fair. Fair.
And it will go very quick. And how much are you losing for it? 1 FE.
Weight of both honor and shame.
Keep in mind, this is a pre-tax FE. So like, it's not even a guarantee you'd have gotten that FE to begin with. But now you get to sell it way quicker. Now that I'm at like six of them, then your difference is like 6 FE. But
I'm
like,
about to do this strat again. I'm just, now that I really want the eternity, I really wanna like
do this strat. I mean,
consistency in the farm.
okay, then that's fair.
Well, it's just as consistent as some are good. You could also go 30 and not be great, especially as the prices keep going up. I've seen that reflected in other compasses.
I'm not going
Do you
to
feel
say
like
I
other
haven't.
compasses are also going up.
Hunt is very volatile. Sometimes Hunt goes up, sometimes Hunt goes down. Might is dirt cheap. Golden ones have been quite stable actually. Like actually unironically quite stable. And then those are the ones we use, right? For war goes up, war goes down. Sandlord also shares the same fate with Hunt, goes up, goes down, but they're all pretty stable. You said 1 cage every 100 maps. I would say I get like I'm averaging more than that currently. Like currently my average is like 40 something every 100, like from this like 300 map sample size. But over the course of like this one and the previous one, I was getting like, I want to say 1 every 80 70 maps on average, I would say. Of course, this is average. You could get very lucky and get one like back to back like Arcane did. I even got like almost a back to back today. It wasn't quite, but it was. I got one and then like 3 maps later I got a second one, but then I didn't get another one for a while, you know. So but it's been so consistent for me that I don't mind investing 100 because like the number up there just keeps going up, you know. But the difference is like I'm not going to. I also have Duro 6 and I recognize I have Duro 6, so I'm getting more procs in the same amount of maps.
You think I should stay? What do you recommend on the grind here?
How much? What is your average?
What's that?
Like when I say average, like what are you after? Okay, let's say you use 30 maps. How much are you making in profits? Keep in mind, use profit, not how much are you getting back. How much is it? Does it?
I haven't really been that strict about counting it because it hasn't been that straightforward for me because I'm doing some at work and doing some.
Okay, now you're at your PC. Only do 30 on your PC. Like when you're ready to test it, do 30 on your PC. Don't touch it. Like today, there was a point I could have used it on my Steam Deck and I wanted to, but I was like, that will affect
Have you played this?
that.
Have you even played this on Steam Deck yet?
Not this season, no. I can't play this at work. And when I'm at home, I have my PC, so
It's really good.
oh, I bet, especially now that I know how to better use controller. I can imagine.
Yeah, I bound it to like the paddles.
Mine is my left click. My left
Just rotates really well too on low graphics. Almost 90 FPS.
Yeah. I noticed the league mechanic actually just ends up losing a decent amount of frames when I stream. Because like I remember complaining about it on like week 1, but then since I started half and half with Diablo, like I've only been playing off stream more or less. Woo! Golden cage. Nice. So that puts us at 7 golden cages. I don't know if I can actually sell this as at a bulk price. I feel like I can. 7 is a lot. 7. How many maps have we done? Currently 266. Out of these 266, I've done 15 watchers. So I should remove 15 from there, actually. So that is 251 divided by 7. I'm currently averaging 35 maps per golden cage. Current average. And I will say I do feel lucky right now with the golden cage drops.
Luckier than me?
What's that?
I was just asking if it was luckier than me.
I mean, 1 every 35 maps is very lucky, I think. And keep in mind, that's still more than your 30 map sample size. Just putting it out there.
I'm 3 and 60.
Okay, I mean that is lucky.
Yeah, I got 2 in my last 30, and I got another one this one. Which I didn't expect one for a while, so that was nice.
But yeah, like I don't think there's any amount of, I think even with Dora 1 you'd still make good profit. Like I'm doing 2.5. If you had my exact same setup but with Dora 1, it's hard to estimate, right? Because it's so swingy.
Let's do
Simply
another 30.
Dora can proc and you get nothing. Dora can proc and you get big money, you know, so. But I would say maybe you'd be averaging like 2100 with Dora 1 or something. Exact same
I will
setups.
do another 30.
Exclusively on your PC.
Yeah.
Okay.
After you clicked Sandlord, you clicked Quant Wheel.
Yeah, and then God of War last. But you don't have to do God of War if you don't want. You didn't click Quant?
No, I didn't. I forgot Quant.
Lol. So you're full on God of War?
I did go full God of War for speed, yeah. But I also went Star Shards for some reason, so I'm gonna turn that off. Okay, we have full Quant Wheel now.
So if you were playing a build that didn't care about move speed, I would say instead of God of War, you'd click mystery chests, simply because they tend to drop FE, and FE is directly linked to dropping gold. So if you
I
drop,
don't even care about move speed because I move with Whirling Blades. But so I should probably just do that.
yeah, then prioritize mystery chests. FE
This
drops
feels
to
good.
give you Oasis. I mean, it gives you AoE as well, right? It's like a mini
so
eternity, I guess.
If by mini you mean like, if by mini you mean, yeah, I guess.
It's like an inspired learning. You can call it mini headhunter, but it's not really.
Like saying it's like Inspired Learning is crazy. It's like saying shrines or mini. Just say it's like a shrine. It's not.
Is it like a
Like, I remember
shrine?
the first. Yes.
What does eternity give you? I actually don't know what eternity gives you. Like unironically, I
Yeah.
do not know what eternity gives you.
Eternity is better than the old. Is better than the old Headhunter in PoE.
I just
I need you to
never.
think about that statement. Well, think about that statement first.
Lol. I just know it gives you a bunch of stacks of different things, and I've read what those different things do at different points in my life. I just don't remember what they are because it wasn't relevant to minions.
I think it's like really well balanced, by the way, as an item, in terms of the fact that it gives you different stacks of different things, and those things have different roll ranges. So there's incentive to. Okay, all right. So we're just scaring each other now. We're walking. I'll be back.
Okay, we'll look at what eternity does after this map, I think. I know there's AoE in there. I know there's attacks. I feel like I've heard there's DR, but like it blows my mind if there's DR because like, you know, PoE brain, that's not something you would see in like a headhunter type build because you like even Soul Eater, you don't get a DR from, you know, maybe get res, max res maybe, but yeah, no, not straight up DR. But I think I've heard it just gives you Giga DR as well, so you become very survivable in maps and stuff like that. I'll have to look.
The cowardly worship his gods henceforth.
The amount of priceless items I've dropped today, none of which are good. The best I've dropped today was a priceless T1 minion ring base with Spirit's Magi growth. The problem with that one, was it was like 50 FE. Yeah, all the price that it would have had dropped. I got +1 max frenzy focus blessings on a weapon yesterday, so that was kind of hype until I realized it was a claw and it was worth 1 FE. So yeah. Belt Eternity. It has 30 to 50% chance to gain this on defeats. I assume you can gain multiple stacks at any point. So let's see. Eternal Morale. Last 45 seconds, 5% damage, attack and cast speed for every stack. Alright. Then Eternal Nightmare. Crit rating, crit damage. So it solves crit, solves attack speed. Gives you Giga increased damage. Then we have skill area move speed. Holy move speed. Move speed? It does have an upper limit of 50 stacks. Wait, so these guys don't have upper limits? You just keep stacking? Okay. Okay, I'm starting to see the strength. Starting to see the strength. So this is 50% MS basically, and 250% skill area. Defense and chance to avoid ailments. So like you can just get ailment immunity if you kill enough enemies. Simulacra. Cooldown recovery speed. This would actually be insane for my build. Surely once I'm done with SS20, actually farm up an eternity so that I can actually experience it, right? I feel like if I touch it, I'll never go back. I don't like that. Because like I can easily get an eternity and then try to farm up a comradeship or camaraderie. I think that's the mod. Eternal Rain, additional damage and size, upper limit of 10. So 100, it just doubles your damage. And size, of course. But damage. And I'm assuming all of these. This works with Iris 2. It doesn't work with Iris 2 any more than it works with Iris 1 because it doesn't give you. It doesn't work with Iris. You don't merge and give them this. No. When you merge, Iris 2 will get the stacks, but not the Magi. You have to do the same thing to get it to work on Magi on both Iris 1 and Iris 2, and that is I can show you real quick. This comradeship, minions gain the belt bonuses with this, which is expensive, 680 apiece times 9, but with this you can effectively give them. This is the semi big ones. It's like tier 8, not tier 9, tier 8. This is tier 9. But basically eternity with comradeship and belt affix, which is minions gain the belt bonus, which is how you do use this on an Iris.
Eternity with what?
Eternity with it's a blending affix. It just says minions gain the belt bonuses.
Surely we experienced that, like real talk. Surely.
I might try to farm up for it after SS20 if I care enough, and I'm not done scaling. What do you mean SS20 scope? think-
How close are you to SS20?
I'm not
I know
that
you're
far.
gonna kill it.
Like I'm not that far, but I'm not that close either. With the way I am currently scaling, I would say minimum a week. No, not minimum, maximum. No, I can do it in under a week. I can do it in a week, depending on like how much time I get this following week to actually play. And seeing as this week, this following week, I'm not going to stream all too much because I have work at night, which means I also get to play. And I'll get to farm a decent amount. We'll see. But like I said, I don't think I'm that far away, but I'm also not that close with the upgrade path I have lined up. If I wanted to just kill it in under a week, I can. If my goal was kill SS20, I could do it in like 4 days even. Because then I focus on the actual things that'll give me enough damage to do it. And I get the minimum amount of defense I need to do it, and then I do it. Which is a lot cheaper than what I'm doing. Which is why I don't think going for eternity after is necessarily cool, because actually it might be. The reason it might be cool is because of how much I will probably spend on the belt when I get to the belts. I wouldn't want to spend that belt cost because I'm going for a Vorax belt. And then, you know, go find it, then do the eternity. Unless I decide to just make a Vorax ring instead. Because the Vorax ring would do the same thing, and then I can replace it with a belt with an eternity to experience that whole pizzazz. But I don't think I want to do that. Simply because for rings, my ultimate affixes are kind of suffix heavy. And I can't have 2 ultimate affixes in the same spot and get them to high tiers at least. It's just not feasible. So yeah, I think if I had to experience it, it would be after SS20, because it doesn't help you with SS20. It helps you farm up to SS20, and if I really wanted to, I could buy one very soon. But then I need to farm up for the belt anoint, and I don't think I would even care for eternity if it sets me back 17, 18k, because it is cheaper. Like I saw some 18k stuff there. So it is cheaper, and it is getting cheaper. So I don't think it's cool to think we might experience it.
Don't worry. That world is
Head down, because like my next upgrades are
just a long,
not tough, but they're T0 mods. So I'm willing to stall them.
T0 mods is not that bad. It's T0 ultimate mods that gets very fuck you.
T0 ultimate mods.
What'd you say?
Additional max life mods are ultimate mods, aren't they?
Probably.
Yeah.
If it's on weapon, it is ultimate. So good luck. And it's even, are you using a two-hander?
Actually, no, I'm using weapon shield.
Okay, good. Because if it was a two-hander, you'd have paid through your teeth. Because remember, the cost of two-handed are literally just double the cost of one-handed, because you're doing one item. So for every one click that might cost a one-handed 500, it's costing you 1,000. And you can still get unlucky. How are you tracking upgrades? This game is getting a bit PoE for me. Got to have a spreadsheet now. For me, I know the general things I need in my build, and I'm just going for it. That is how I track upgrades. I'm just like, okay, what is it? The question I ask myself at any point if I'm going for the most efficient upgrade is, what is the weakest part of my build? And I know where I'm experienced enough with the game that I can remember all the systems, like without thinking too hard, and I know where the weakest spots are. Like for me, currently, the weakest spot of my build currently is Kismets. My Kismets are ass. I don't have mediums. My smalls are 30 FE. I have done no Kismet work whatsoever. Which is why after I finish my hero memories, Kismet are the next step. And Kismet being the next step also mean that Kismet being the next step means that I will be able to go for Vorax after which would be very, very comfy. But yeah, that's kind of how I do it. I know my slates are good. My passive tree could use a bit of work because I don't have a prison, but that's about it. Hero memories, I'm about to finish. Once I buy this hero memory, I'm done. Like I don't need to touch it again. Done. What other system do we have? We have gear. Our regular gears are fine. I need to upgrade some support gems. I need to get support gems. Like, so this skill section could use a bit of work because none of my auras have any of the pay to win, not pay to win, but like drop only support. I don't have precise friend of the spirit major here. I need a better wicked support. I need to work on my support gems as well. That is something else I need to do. And that is ignoring the fact that my frost major, this is level 2. I would like to get this level 5. And I would eventually maybe like to get to 60. There is no guarantees that I will, but perfect 60 for 450. That's not priority because it's going from 58 to 60. It's a decent damage boost. It's nothing I'm going to break the bank over. I'm not going to spend 450 on it, even though 450 is far from how much I have. But I just have priorities right now. This is what my FE tracker currently looks like. Net worth is 21.6k. Holy, I haven't looked at this in a bit. And this is set up to ignore my current farming mats. So it's ignoring God's Chest Compass. It's ignoring God's Chest, Hunt, Might, and Golden Compass. Those are the 4 things it's ignoring. And he might have 1,000 FE worth of Treasure God Compass left. What do I do? I feel like I liquidate soon. Maybe now. Actually, now I look at 21k. I think I liquidate so that I can buy the hero memory. Then when I have the hero memory, the money I have left over alongside the number of maps left in the strat, I will use to try to buy my next 100 maps if I can afford it. I hope I can afford it because 21k liquid means when I'm done with the remaining 34 maps or something. I think I have like 34 God's Chest Compasses left. That means that's 5k left over. Assuming I haven't liquidated that much, but let's just say I have that remaining 34 will end up being another 1,000, 2,000 FE. I'm currently averaging 47 FE a map, so let's just use that. 47 times 35. That'll be another 1,600 FE on average, and that plus whatever I have left over, I think it should be enough to get the 100 of the expensive compasses. I don't know if it'd be enough to get that and 100 of the hunt compasses, but the hunt compasses are a lot more manageable to farm up to mid strat than the expensive one. But worst case scenario, I can also just do like 50 and then work my way back to 100 like I did this time. So let's do some liquidating, shall we? We're about to see some very big number trades. Is what we're about to see, or we're about to witness. So first things first, as you might imagine, we start with Golden Cage. We put it up for 1,000. We see how fast it sells at 7 of them. So that's 7k. It's so beautiful seeing that 7k number. Holy. Just going to take a quick screenshot of this. Let's beat some people on the TLI chat. Anyways, now that we have that, we also have to sell the Netherrealm Resonance, the D-Space ones specifically. They are going for 3.3. Can I spare the time for 3.3, or do I just go for 3.2? I think we'll just go for 3.2. But it's a loss of 58-ish FE. Fucking bitch. What does Dora 6 have to do with this?
You will not bait people into this fucking strat. I'm already paying 35.5. Fucking scared. Getting baited.
We got a Sprout of Legend. That's actually pretty good. All right, where were we? We're liquidating. So Clockwork Astrolabes are wait. Collection Doll. No, it's the proper ones I have. I have 1,000 FE worth in them.
How many maps does it take you to get that 7?
I know what you're trying to do.
No, I'm just asking. Genuinely.
255.
What do you think I was trying to do?
I don't know. Propaganda in Irish chat.
You're the one that posted it.
Anyways, Sinful Plunder, Vast Ecliptic. Okay, that's the purple one. Purple Compass. I have 72 purple compasses. I guess that's what's... Where were we? Tomorrow's... Oh yeah, I haven't actually clicked on the compasses, have I? Before we go for... Actually, let's just do it.
Traveler, please bring back the glories that exist in our memories of the past. Clear away
We have 2 full sets of Crow's Wheel for Ultimate Embers. Anything fancy? No. Give me something good. Give me God's Chest. The God's Chest. Golden Cage. Nah. Give me anything good. Give me 10 FE. There. Another 10. Ooh, 3. That's big. 2 more. Nice. And that's all she wrote, folks. All right. What is the next thing we're selling? Dazzling. Oh wait, before we do that,
Why a rapidly fading
let's
light
price this because this will actually take a bit longer to sell. 207. Disappearing shard. I kind of forgot I had it. TLI track. T-track will actually tell me I have it, but before that, let's just go through the blue compasses to see what I am selling and what I am not, what I am destroying. Pretty sure I keep this. Ember compasses, oh, they're actually not bad. Fluorescents. No, those are destroys. These are keeps. Machine, it's on the verge. I think I still destroy these. Yeah, I destroy all of them. Nightmare I never destroy because it's expensive. Eterna is a destroy angle. Clockwork is a destroy angle. Arcana is a destroy angle. Sandlord is a keep, obviously. Outlaw, destroy. Regular cage, destroy. Overwhelm, destroy.
You know,
And then Vorax, you keep.
he's not truly
So let's just recycle, shall we?
You can meet your
This,
on a
not you. This.
cage shatter.
I feel like novel can be expensive. Yeah, novel is expensive, so keep that locked. I feel like this could be expensive as well. I don't know about you. Okay, you already destroyed too. Folklore? You are barely a keep. Barely. But anyways, now that we have those, we're going to do compass shop. We're going to get 117 compasses. I'm going to hope something else is good here. Sinful Plunder is nice. Onslaught is decent. Valiant War, nice. Valiant War. Concrete Novel is good. Just give me a golden elite compass, please. Or clock. I mean, I don't know that I give Astrolabes, but if you give Astrolabes, you know, Clockwork is good. He gave me a lot of war legendaries, so you know.
It's enough.
I'm taking so much damage in this game, in this map. I've actually died 3 times.
Holy.
I dropped my shield somewhere? Where? It's
You're-
in the fucking crafting window, isn't it?
07.
I'm
Just-
like, I rerolled this map like 3 times. I'm like, this shit's rippy. What the fuck am I doing?
Click to craft a different
Yeah,
item and you
I
see it.
did. I did, but like,
Man,
I died so many times. I just started turning off the revive tokens. I was like, what's going on? I haven't died at all.
Unrivaled veteran. Sacred fossils. I'm not going to be dealing with gear anytime too soon, but the fact that I have 9 after this long farming session is kind of nice, kind of reassuring. Because like the amount of sacred fossils were sold over the past few days, pretty good. Where's Clockwork? I already sold some Clockwork Astrolabes, which is why they are on the fewer side. I sold them earlier today so I could afford the full 100 maps, if I remember correctly. I needed a bit of a boost, if I remember, something like that. I already bought the treasure gods, and I just needed a bit for hunt, and that was enough. Ecliptic Astrolabes. Am I using Ecliptics? I'm not. So we can actually just sell them. They are going for 99 FE a
How does it
piece.
ever be worth for me not using the Ascendant Ecliptics?
What would you replace it with? Sandlord?
No, like I'm using the blue Ecliptic.
Why?
You're using gold. Because that's what you sent me from the
You-
person. It's like,
you
I
did-
don't know if it's
did-
worth it with level 1 door.
Yeah, but I don't know that. Well, I guess if you're going for the league mechanic, it might be worth it to use the blues. I use the gold. They just said
What
they
does
weren't
it
sure,
do?
but they said without Doro. You have Doro. You just don't have Doro 6.
Wait, what does the legendary one actually do? I don't actually know.
Chance to become more valuable type of compass. The others give you additional compass coins.
They're telling me I dropped 3 cages and 60 maps.
Those
Without
I don't know that those upgrade. Those are astrolabes. We don't really know what's defining.
work. Because Dora doesn't see Astrolabe. She can proc on them.
Doro doesn't drop astrolabes, to my
She can
knowledge.
proc off astrolabes.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, it's literally, how can we tell?
Exactly.
The game literally, like, I feel like if we had a lot of knowledge in this game, there's probably a lot of bugs. There's
Yeah,
probably
like
a lot of things that aren't working the way they should,
you just
but we don't know
you
enough.
you just
to
like,
say.
yeah, it probably works.
Do you think I should try Ecliptic on this test? I'm only 3 maps in. You think I should try Ascendant?
I think that is not the play because the price already wins you. This is like a compass at 6 FE a piece.
Yeah, that's fine. 6 times 30 is what. I don't mind if we're actually doing the math.
180.
I can spend that.
Because if
I
what
have
you've been
enough to
doing,
do it, Iconic.
because here's the thing, you haven't tracked what you were making before, so all you would have for the strat is the number that this gives you, and we don't.
I mean, I have been tracking. It's just not consistent. To be clear, I have been tracking, but I've been doing half maps on Steam Deck, half maps here,
Yeah.
which is kind of pain because I wish I could track on my Steam Deck. That'd be cool. Probably can. I just don't want to go through all that.
I mean, even then you'd be tracking half and half. I guess you could average but you wouldn't do all that.
You answer my Linux question.
Do I have experience in Linux, or what was the question?
Yeah, or just are you interested in Linux in general?
I don't like Linux.
I'm curious why. I'm getting put in
Um,
like a Linux hole, and I want to hear your thoughts.
using it is just inconvenience. It's that simple.
Because of all the loopholes to install shit and how things don't work and the problem solving you have to do and all that.
That, and even just compatibility. Not every application or game you're playing has Linux support. You have more freedom with Linux, but with great power comes great responsibility as well, right? And I don't like dealing with its command line interface as well. Like I don't like all that, basically. So whenever I have to deal with any
You have to deal
system
with
that
to
is
interact with Linux.
you don't have to. I think there's a lot
There's just
more
probably
in the
points of
UI
that you can't
support.
afford, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, there's probably, like maybe if you're trying something new, like a new program that just came out, that you might actually have to, because like the community hasn't problem solved yet.
you're going
sure.
to have, you might have to figure out some settings you might have to change so it's compatible, I guess, or so it actually doesn't do something it's doing, you know. And that's assuming it's if the game didn't make like there's no support for it, you just can't install it. As far as I'm aware, you can try, but like it's not Windows. Windows is the default. As a gamer, you're not going to
Understand why people in your field gravitate towards it.
great power, great responsibility. You have way more control over what happens and what doesn't. Way more control. So in a way, for people in my field, it's like it's more freeing. They aren't restricted from having access to what root level stuff that Windows would sometimes prevent you from getting access to, among other things. But like that
I
is,
guess Windows bloats and shit.
and then bloat, of course, is a big thing as
Privacy and
well.
all that as well.
These are all valid reasons if you become concerned with it, but as a gamer, it's just headache first and foremost before anything else. Everything else in this first page has sold without the astrolabe. We're just going to yoink this down to like 999.5 because somebody is listening for 99.5. What were you saying?
I'm interested in Linux as someone who obviously cares about control, but I know it's been scary to even want to attempt it with the way it currently, with the stick, like, everything you said is what anyone who looks into Linux hears about, right?
Hmm.
You can't code and you want to do Linux? Holy. Good luck when it's time to problem solve, bro.
shit isn't easy.
ChatGPT ain't saving you from that.
Fortuitous cube.
Gaming on it has
Mm,
become a lot more accessible though.
it
than used to be because
has.
Steam went full Linux.
It definitely has.
I mean, if you can play it on the Steam Deck, you can play it on Link's computer.
Really?
Steam Deck is full Linux. The Steam Deck OS is based in Linux.
That's chill.
When we switch to Dex mode, that's literally Linux.
Yeah.
So they fund a lot of base Linux shit now, like Valve,
Yeah.
which has led to a lot of like research and just like development. I learned about that today.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's not like gaming is
It's not as bad as it once was.
not as bad as it once was. I mean, it's just you're downloading on Steam and you're playing. Like, you got to download like the Proton experimental thing, which I already have on Steam Deck. I did that recently. Yeah. I mean, some games
Proton
still, like, are not
experimental.
optimized for it. Yeah, it's just like it's just something you have to install. Some games are still not great at it. But it just depends. Like I looked up PoE Reddit Linux recent Reddit threads, and
Mhm.
the game runs fine on Linux. Actually, I mean, makes sense because I've been watching more Chris Wilson content recently, and he's definitely someone who's touched Linux
Oh,
shit.
God.
So, there's no way that
Spellamp is up
it
here
wouldn't run
now.
on it.
I hate no, like Spellamp the gem was 131 FE on the tracker. Obviously,
hide?
how do you hide?
Because I have stuff on my character that I'm trying to like not see in the tracker.
There's current inventory. Click hide item on it, and then there's a exclude from network, and then you click everything. He hides it from the right side, and he removes it from the network.
Awesome.
Cruising mechanical. So like that's what I did for the compasses I now run, because I just figure why not. Why not exclude them? That way I don't get baited by, because I already do a minus. Oh, this says I have 20k net worth. All right, realistically, if I do what I can bear to do, I'll have like 15k. I already do that, but like, let's make it more accurate by removing the farming materials that you don't want to see here, because you're going to sell them realistically.
Better than their PoE ones, eh? I'm assuming that the reason is because PoE doesn't give us that much API and a lot of stuff.
This doesn't even give us that much API. Like this is not using an API. This is literally just reading the logs.
How does this feel better?
It's literally reading a file on your computer. And whenever you're picking up shit, it's writing it into that file, which is why you have to do the enable logs thing and then log out and yada yada.
Which is fine. I mean, I don't know if I learned this today, but TLI's anti-cheat is actually cooked. It's actually cooked.
What do you mean?
One of the reasons why TLI struggles with Linux. I've gone into a deep hole on this shit, so there's gonna be a lot of Linux conversation in the future. But I noticed this when I used to play on Cat's computer, and I tried playing TLI. TLI doesn't like when someone plays on the computer and is not the main administrator. That's how deep their anti-cheat goes. It actually just won't launch. Like if someone makes another account on the computer,
Yeah.
it won't work because TLI is like, "Hey, you're not the main user. You can't play me."
Interesting.
So, and this apparently been happening since TLI came out, which is making a lot of people be like, "Why do they have to have so intrusive of an anti-cheat? Like, how deep does this shit go? Like, what does the anti-cheat see?" Type shit, right?
And no one talks about it because, I mean, when League
It's been a while.
switched to the anti-cheat that is pretty intrusive, there was outrage about it. But if you just come from recommendations, no one talks about it. Like, you just don't know.
So I
Path
at
of
the time was
Legends.
just like, "Yo, of course I'll do it." I didn't recognize what they were getting. Now I look at the league when I'm like, if it's between that and don't play league again, I think the answer to me is don't play league again. Because I'm not saying Riot has evil intentions to do with my data,
I know
right? And this is not just like
it could be a weakness
if
that
they
somebody
get
can access.
smoked,
I'm aware.
all they say is sorry.
I'm aware. Like I was a part of the Riot conversation. Like wasn't comfortable with
You
it
know
either.
what they have access to, right?
In
Literally
full,
everything your computer can do
I know.
has access, every document, every file, every page. What the fuck?
Which is why you literally have to restart your computer if you close it, because like you can't close it. Like you could just close it, but if you but what do you say?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
You can close it, but if you close it, it won't reopen with the same access, which is why if you close it, you have to restart your computer to play League again, as an example. So I'm aware it's very intrusive. I'm aware if you know
Shit.
it's a big vulnerability potentially, and
I have watched cheaters ruin a lot of my favorite games as an FPS game player.
mhm.
Like when that literally just ruins games, and then I definitely don't claim to be. I know the fight against cheaters is not black and white. Just ban them because they're all. It's a constant fight of them adapting to your what
Anti-cheats.
you do.
Yeah,
So it's literally
it's
like a
a cat and
constant
mouse
war.
game.
And
It's like,
so I'm not gonna pretend and be like, yo, I know what the right decision is. I still think Colonel is insane though.
yeah, kernel level anti-cheat is intrusive AF. All right, Golden Cage. We're gonna have to. Maybe I just follow what this guy said. Sell them two at a time, because people will be broke. In 1992. All right, this one is one, so I'm just going to list it for the cheapest. Maybe I sell one as a 3-stack. Nah, we'll do 993. We will do 993.
Oh, yeah, iconic. I just have revive proc on some mobs, and that shit went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like a map of surgery. See Durachi when it broke 3 times. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Revive procking on 2 sparkles.
Revive proccing on 2 sparkles. How does revive work? I don't even know how it works, if I'm being honest.
I think it's just a chance, and then I think when the revive thing happens, I think they just have a giga. It doesn't matter. They have a giga quant.
Because the things that
So,
that respawn are not the monsters that died. They are tiny monsters.
Yeah, they're smaller monsters. They're not the sparkles doesn't come back. But I don't know if it's like taking the base quant they have and get multiplying. Because if that's what the case is, then that's kind of insane. Because that means if you actually get, it's gonna be rare when it happens.
Holy shit, what just
But I can
happened?
see it being an elite thing.
I claimed everything. I click away. I come back. Whole bunch of shit sold. And I don't think I saw any big notifications. So. All right, we have 1400 FE liquid now. We have a bunch to sell. So I'm going to need y'all to sell, you know? But let's look at the hero memory now. Ultimate move speed. Has it been revived? No. +2 hero traits. I saw something that was like, oh, is that 14k? Nope, it's 140k. Yeah, there's only this one, but this one's already pre-level to 50, so that is nice. But I do need these guys to sell if I'm to have any hope of getting them. In the meantime, however, what are we gonna do? We can keep selling. We're down to sub 100 FE, which is fine. I guess like I should just keep liquidating until the golden cages sell, because if I don't, then I'll have to liquidate soon anyways when I'm ready to rebuy compasses. So do it now, save myself the headache for later. I just tune in. I see only Rich. What did you find? I filled 5K research and D this morning. Oof. Yeah, like sequencing can be very rough if you're going for advanced mods. Typically, it's just better to buy a base that has the sequence you're looking for and then craft from there. But it also depends on prices, right? For me, I feel like with the prices I last saw, it's still better for me to go for my own R&D. But we'll have to see. I haven't checked the prices in a bit, so you know. But as for what did I farm? I've been farming God's chest all day. So as you can see, I have 5 hours on the farm so far, but I'm averaging like 2,500 an hour, which is 12.8k FE total made. And it is all going into my hero memory. Well, not all, but a lot of it is. How did the 1998 one sell before 1992, my dude? Okay, never mind. It's sold. Cool. That puts us at 18k FE liquid. So I'm just going to yoink this guy. And that is number 2. God's chest not good without Doro. I don't know what it's like without Doro, so I can't recommend it or not. It's a lot less consistent without Doro, that's for sure. Because even with Doro, it has streaks where you're just losing money. Then you have one map that you make all the money back and more. And that's kind of how God's chest goes. Without Doro, I feel like those maps would be more spaced out. And as such, I don't know if it would be worth farming that over something else. You'd still make profit. I think that much is guaranteed. The question is just, are you better off doing that? And I don't know the answer to that, you know? So I'm hesitant to like recommend that simply because of it. Let's get something good here. Like creation cars farm. Seems like consensus on creation has just been, yeah, like not great. Oh. Oh. You have to go. If I said no to ES, I'm definitely say no to that. Holy max fucking roll. Give me minion anything. Broski. I will have to. It's funny how That's what we're talking about, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go. All right. We're chilling. We got crit rating T1, which is kind of really nice. We'll replace the attack cast speed later. This one we just destroyed because it's probably not going to go for any amount of currency. Yeah, it's not going for any amount of currency. And with that, we just also gained a, like I said, it's a decent amount of damage. It's not by any way reflective of the amount of I just spent on it because we haven't gotten the cheaper multiplier. So now that we have the expensive pieces, we're going to scale back and get some of the cheaper multipliers.
Please select the calibration intensity for invincibility number 2.
I'm curious about something. These guys' empower skills are kind of offset, which is kind of interesting. But anyways. Wait, hold up. That didn't start at 5T. Why didn't it start at 5T? What's going on? Again, it doesn't start at 5T. What's going on?
Please select the calibration intensity for invincibility number 2.
So it sometimes starts at 5T, sometimes doesn't. What is the condition for that? I thought it was a case of the empower skill just needed to stack a bit, which would be fair. But like, what is the condition for that? Anyways, it doesn't matter too much. My DPS is feeling a bit lower. Why is it feeling lower? Because I lost cooldown recovery? Probably, actually. There's something off here. The cooldown is fine. 10% is not the end of the world. I would have more damage right now. What I'm trying to figure out is why that 5T exists and why it hasn't been 5T in it. There. It did it. But he hasn't been doing it all this while. Same way in that one, it was averaging 1.5T when realistically I know it's higher than that. So what is changing? Is it free status? I saw 110. I saw 110 just now. Am I bugging? I think I just saw 110 again. Okay. I won't question it. To replace the cooldown I just lost, let's just do this real quick. Destiny, medium fate, summon, green shoots. How much are they going for? 450. That is very reasonable. 450. And then we buy one. We actually should be buying two, but they're going down in price, so I'm in no rush to actually buy more. Trade 2 needs +2. They don't need +2. They want +2. What am I dropping? Minion max life is the first to bite the dust. 58 growth is insane. Now that we have that, we can officially drop this dream affix, which means we can now go for our double dream affixes, which is very nice.
Please select the calibration intensity for invincibility number 2.
Now we're starting at 600. Something isn't the math isn't mathing for something. I don't know what it is, but we'll be here to figure it out. What on earth could it be?
Please select the calibration intensity for invincibility number 2.
Sometimes it starts off really strong, other times it just starts off weak. Either way, we're steadily like 2.7T. Like we're doing good damage. Highest is 3T. Medium, I would say, is like, I'm seeing up to 2.7. 3.4 is the new highest actually. So I think we might be closer to 3T now.
You meet your friends there on occasion, but they shatter on contact.
I'm seeing many 2.9Ks. Is it possible that we're hitting damage cap in a second and as such there's wasted damage? Is that what's happening? They all hit at the same time. It hits damage cap, a lot of wasted damage, and now they have cooldown, so it drops and then they hit again and they're all synced up. Like maybe the difference is how synced up they are. Maybe if there's a bit of stutter, I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. But in any case, we are officially 2.5T plus. Happens to you too. There's something about it. I always figured it was what I figured it was is the empower skill, because like the empower skill reads like it stacks up to 5 times. So like when they're out of combat, it's stacking. It reads very weirdly. It's not straightforward, but I always figured it was that. It's related to that, by the way, because even if it stacks only one time, regardless, it is a case of regardless, it is a case of this this next cast has a big multiplier on it, 81% more damage on it, actually higher than that, like 105 106% more damage. But from that moment on, because of the way the skill works, odds are the skills that are benefiting from that big multiplier are its basic attacks, and whenever the ultimate comes around, it's not still up on the maximum benefits. So because of that alone, it becomes very finicky. Wait, so Voidlands is going up in price? They're just going up in price. Why? Where are the beacon farmers at? Does the trait 2 need +2? You want +2. You want to see revival step? I already have my revival step. This one, right? I already have it. But I went for it's Nature's Party, if that's what you're asking. That reminds me. There's no reason why I haven't done this. There. Level 50. This is gonna go. Actually, it might not. I don't know. I'm thinking of going for injury buffer here. If I can get injury buffer or max frostbite rating, injury buffer probably preferable. But if I can get that there, then life is kind of very chill. What is my next upgrade? My next upgrade is a second green shoot, followed by I'll have to look. It's a second green shoot. I want to say it's origin effect, but I would honestly like origin effect to come when I want to replace, I'm replacing crit on my kismet, which means I need to solve, crit elsewhere so that I don't lose crit damage for it. It's nice to have the extra 30 ms, I'll be honest. I guess extra 14 ms. But yeah, I think eventually we'll figure out what the damage drop off is. But the real solution to it is just having them hit quicker. So cool down. If they can hit quicker, I had a whole question about like my deep last night. What the fuck? I couldn't move. Like I couldn't blink either. That was weird. That was pretty weird. Actually, now that we've liquidated, I think it's about... I'd say it's about time to reset this. But I don't think so yet. I kind of... Since I've been farming all day, I figure... Let me just have that all day. Let me see how much I actually end up making for the day of today. And then we reset it for tomorrow. Keep in mind, Sandlord isn't in there. So every single time I do Sandlord, I end up hiding it from the total pool. So it doesn't inflate my expectation from the strat. Though it does not have this what I make from watchers is in there because I feel like watchers are a part of the strat because you clear so many maps eventually. So I leave those ones in, but I remove Sandlord. This might be ready to send sometime tomorrow, maybe. Oh god, no. We're not spending coins on that. We're out of ship readers, the free raid, so just leave that to do its thing. Let's hide Sandlord. What'd you say?
I was listening to Minmax RPG. He was talking about misfill.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Chinese community actually has like spreadsheets that explain every misfill layout you could get.
Holy. Surely we get that translated, right?
Yo, can we get that?
I mean,
we
that...
won it if we get it. If you give it to us, we will invest in the pets. You win or you win.
I mean, that realistically is like ROG in PoE. It's the same vibe I get when I hear about both of those.
Like one of those people is a fucking roguelites.
What do you say?
I think that's interesting for the roguelite mechanic. It's
Um,
interesting how like Misfield has like really separated itself from other mechanics. It's like you either fucking love this shit or you don't give a flying fuck.
yeah. I don't believe the dummy when it says I barely gain damage because now I'm one-shotting the might mechanic enemies. Like I don't get it. I don't fully understand what's going on there. I genuinely don't. But far be it from me, because like it says I gain damage. It just doesn't say I gain much damage. But I wasn't watching them before. And Iris one in our currency is just very asked to use the dummy to test DPS for, if I'm being honest. She just asked to use the dummy for. Like when I say I'm currently at 3T, I'm actually not. I know I'm higher than that. I just can't say I'm higher because I have no proof. That reminds me, I should do SS the next Supreme Showdown. I should be able to 3-star it now, potentially. We'll see. That could be something I do. But I wonder if the damage increase is enough to actually 3-star it. Because I got 2 stars last time. And if I got the Calling helmet, which is honestly not that expensive, then what do you call it? Then 100% I would 3-star it. But I guess let's see time.
Perhaps we can.
Enjoy this moment. The coward worshipped
It's something.
All right, let's do this. Supreme Showdown. Should we try 18? I get annoyed each time I see my taxes paid in the game. You mean when you click the FE voucher? I am not 3-starring this, but I can do it. Actually, can't do 18. And she just aggroed on my minion, so like we're chilling until she phases and starts doing some bullshit. I remember this fight. She has a lot of bullshit. Yeah, she started her BS. I see it. Easiest SS of my life, followed by the fucking hardest one, I'm sure. Because the SS19 is a bitch and a half for any minion build. Honestly, I wasn't even that far from 3-starring 18. What the fuck? Like, we still can't 3-star it if she dies now. If I had call, she would die. So I can actually 3-star it if I wanted to. And we are going to kill it without call. Oh god, I forgot to. Ah!
My total earnings just went down on my tracker from 512 to 430. Mid map.
Was it mid map or after the map?
We had a couple maps of it at 500.
Don't forget it takes your map cost into account. So if you're
Yeah, no, I start the map at minus 40.
Which one are you using? Etor?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's weird.
Yeah, mid map
something
is
dropped.
weird.
Because I was literally about to say, hey, I made 500 in 15 maps. I was going to tell you that. And then I realized, oh, wait. It went down.
Don't forget the cost of the next map is also affecting the total. So if you don't make a profit in that map, the profits you get effectively goes
I've had a
down.
very unlucky, like, 6 maps where I barely made profit, actually.
So if you
That has felt bad. I'm 21 maps in, so I'm almost done.
yeah.
And going like 8 maps minus is kind of disparage.
I find that I actually prefer T-Track for God's Chest. Because it's very discouraging seeing that minus number every map, but because
I like
with
the minus. Personally.
I don't, because this is a high variance strat, so it just makes it feel worse than it is.
I mean, that's fair. I like it because it's nice when it. I like when it beats it.
Woo, we made it. I think this boss just ends up targeting minions, period, like regardless. Like, I think that's... They give us the easiest bosses of our lives just so we can get the hardest one the next SS. God. don't think they is there anybody taunting on hit? Oh, you know what it is? I think my Stone Magi taunts on hits with Nature's Party. I think that's what's happening. She's getting stunted on by taunt.
Brother, what just happened?
Because I know last league it was a hit or miss where sometimes she would attack me anyways. But like, this is so steady.
Went from nothing happened. Hey, did I just brick 2 maps?
Watching my brick.
I didn't go to for the first time in a long time. I died
You
twice.
might.
Everything spawned me so far I couldn't get back in.
Oh.
That was weird as fuck. That hasn't happened in like all my runs. Then it happened like twice in a row, and I was like stun locked.
I'm going to try to leave that big blob until when it's 12/12. I feel like something is also pushing her into that wall. I'm not sure what it is.
$1,000 cold damage.
Bitch. She dies. GG.
Many final moments like that.
That is SS18. What'd you get for 3-star in it? Just primos. I need to 3-star 16, 17, and 18. But I feel like 3-star in a future one will actually get me a 3-star in the previous one. So I'll just keep going until like 3-star 19. 19 is going to be the most miserable experience. So I'm going to just pre-fire it now. So I see how much. No, I shouldn't. That'll piss me off. I don't have the damage for it. I know that much. What I would what I want to know is how much tank I need for the dot phase, because it's that dot phase that'll piss me off. That dot phase in particular. So we could pre-fire to see if we even stand a chance. But I think she has to phase first, which means it's a problem.
I am the Sun Queen,
Iris one first time, any tips?
that never sets.
Tips for Iris 1 would be, if you, while you're early on, you're going to use Wind Rider for your trait 3, which makes you squishier. One of the first things you want to do is get enough cooldown reduction to where you can use your trait 2 to keep them in full bloom. Second tip that's not obvious is the second one that's not the most obvious is attack speed. If you're going for an ultimate focus build, still helps, because even though you're doing ultimates, the full bloom itself gives you additional like multiplicative damage for. Okay, so I wasn't even close, like I expected. It gives you multiplicative damage. Let me just show you for attack cast speed. So even though there's a cooldown and you don't care for it, it's still additional like bonus damage to your magi. So it's still value scaling attack cast speed. And then beyond that, you might have to ask me if you have any questions in particular. Those are the most generic tips. What major are you going? Erosion or frost? These guys haven't sold. Why?
This is not ideal, man.
What isn't?
I mean, I just went on a really bad streak. I only bricked 2 of the maps, but every other one was so bad that I literally went from total earnings being 390. Remember when I said it was 420? It's 399. Alright, shut the fuck up, Don. Never mind, man.
What was this screaming for? Golden cage? I mean, if you got a golden cage, you wouldn't be saying that. So
I did, because I was shit talking the game. That was really bad timing.
lol.
I got one.
Worry. That world
Congrats.
Talking in my ears, them bitching about
is just a long
how low my number got.
of
Meanwhile, I doubled.
That's why we do it, isn't it?
You don't count it.
What do you mean by you don't count it?
My luck with golden cages is kind of really bad.
Golden cage is part of the profit. You count it.
The conic you count?
Yes, of course. They're part of my profit per hour. The fuck? That's like saying you're doing what's it called? It's not even like I won't say that it's not as rare as div card farming in PoE and trying to go for OG scene. Like it's not that.
Maybe if it was that crazy.
Like it's the equivalent of saying you don't count corrupted essence. No, corrupted essence is too common. What is the sweet spot for this? You don't count containments. Where do you scare up farming? Because it's lucky,
In
like
Mirage League, I guess, yeah. But not in Mirage League. I'm joking.
And to answer your question, Moon, yes, you always use a new business. There's no reason to swap off. Like zero reason. Unless you don't want damage for some reason. Because the moment you swap off Anubis, there's no reason to keep your dexterity. Well, depending on the major, there might be no reason to keep your dexterity and strength synced, which defeats it, which makes it so if you swap on Anubis, then it's useless. So you just always keep it synced and you always keep him on for the extra bonus damage.
4 more maps.
It's a lot of damage, so there's literally no reason to swap off. Except 4 more maps.
Yeah. It'll be just over an hour when I'm done.
Nice.
There's 27 maps. I'm 58 minutes in. Actually, 52 in map time. So I think I actually go do 30 in an hour. It's good to know.
You say you go to how many in what?
I do 30 maps an hour, I think,
Oh.
of my current damage. Which I
Yeah.
know for you is saying that's not a lot, but don't forget. Don't forget.
I mean, it's not a lot.
Nothing closer to that. Oh, was it a positive oh? Was it the oh he's printing? That was he's not getting it done into this weekend.
30 an hour, like it was an 30 sounds low. What am I getting? And I think I get like 45 to 50.
How much you spending each map? I guess now that you're skipping lead mechanic.
Skip league mechanic. Now that I skip league mechanic, depending on the layout, I could spend sub 1 minute, or I
if
could be
skipped,
1
I
minute.
would be faster than you if I skipped. But actually, I know that's true. You have more damage.
Like, are you one shotting? Like with these upgrades I made, my speed is actually just going up because now that cooldown was actually pretty impactful. I like it. I like it a lot.
Like, I think you should at least see at least one map of my shit, but I'm not one-shotting.
Doesn't the tracker pause when you're outside the map? Mine does, his doesn't. He's
Mine does
using.
now. Mine does now.
Yeah, aren't you using Etor?
I heard. Well, Ito counts both in map and out of map and total duration.
Yeah. She's asking if doesn't yours pause when outside map. Yours doesn't pause when it's outside map. Etor doesn't pause outside the map.
But you can pause it.
You can. You'd have to manually pause it, and that's us.
That's what I do.
Oh, okay.
It's a button. It's actually one button on the overlay. It's not ass.
My overlay is not up, so it's us. I use the minified overlay, even with T-Track.
I am using the mini one. That's what I'm talking about. It's actually a pause button on it.
You have the one that's transparent?
It's in transparent.
What?
No, I'm not using transparent.
Exactly. I use the transparent one. There is no button on it.
Enjoy this moment. The champion deserves the honor.
But yeah, if you don't want to count time outside your map, then go with it. Then T-Track is the play. If you don't mind either way, you want to use wall clock, then Etor is better because Etor will show you your history. Like once I'm done with this session and I reset it, it's gone for T-Track. I don't like that. Well,
Yeah, I don't like that either. I like having access to my history.
yeah.
Just help
Me
you see
too.
how you're improving over time. It's a really important information actually for that not to have.
Yeah, which makes like they have so many other features that are nice, but it makes me think like why not have that? Maybe it's just a case of yeah.
Do we have the GitHub to this eTor one, or is this some closed off code?
I think we have the GitHub. I think I got it from GitHub. Oh, you mean Etor? Etor. I think you have access to the GitHub.
For sure, but not the Chinese.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about the Chinese version.
I was so sketched when this came out.
I was sketched
No,
as
like,
well
look,
because of
it's sketchy,
the
yeah.
enable log and all. I was just kind of sketched. That's why I was like, I was playing it safer. I was like, yeah, okay. Well, it's fine. At least I don't think there's anything there.
For the community, this kind of information. If
Oh,
we start a league
100%.
and they nuke it, I'm gonna be kind of sad.
100%. Like
I mean, close API. Sure.
the way not API, but the way they access it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All traces of your
I would be pissed as well because like
in-game version that we're just gonna be fucking hissing at.
because like before I use it like religiously as an FE tracker, it was just really nice to have to finally have what the exile. You just finally say, okay, you have currency here, 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 and here. Like, thank you. I need that. Like before that, like I did compass farming this season before Etor, right? And a bit with God's chest before. What that just feels like is, oh, click the compass. Is it worth? No, okay, ignore it. Oh, it's not worth? Okay, and then eventually eventually you get the hang of like maybe what is worth and what isn't, and like you just end up inevitably leaving stuff on the table. So like what I started doing is I started doing left to right. Like I'll just go through every single compass. Click sell, click sell, click sell, click sell. So long as I could sell it for at least one FE, it was going. And that shit was ass. So if they had to remove it, I'd be sad as well. Very sad. I think that they'll get serious backlash for. I don't think they have the freedom to, but I mean, XZ have never shied away from backlash.
That's it. actually got insane backlash this league.
This league, when they switch, when they
controversial.
when they switch in Snowpaper season to the new SS20 model with scaling being much slower and everything, there was giga backlash. Don't you remember the memes where I was like, "Where is Effie?" and stuff like that, when nobody was fighting Effie? I remember. They didn't give a fuck. Like, okay, they'll calm down and they'll play the game. Just let them. And then if we start playing, I say, see them.
See what they said.
Nah, man. You can backlash all you want. They'll do what they want to do at the end of the day. That's just the truth.
It's all good though. If you get really frustrated, you can trust the Crow's Corner is gonna let them know how much they hear your feedback.
Well, they politely tell you that's
People
the
really be
dumbest
bitching about
idea.
the most dumb shit in Crow's Corner. Like people be bitching about shit that you don't even know. Like people could even be like frustrated enough to write about it.
You know,
Like when we're so far into TLS like seasons and someone's still bitching about the 7 progression. Like, bro, that's what you use the spots for. 7 prog.
you know,
End of the league, Crow's Corner.
like, are you really proggy T7 right now? What pisses me off, or at least last Crow's Corner, the one that pissed me off, is this progress literally answered the same question like 5 times.
That's what I'm saying.
In different variations. Like, oh, why are you going to adjust progression? Will progression be adjusted? But you see, this progression is slow. Have you thought about adjusting it? And and keep in mind, I'm not even faulting the people who ask the question because like they're free to ask the question. I'm faulting XD for fucking picking 5 of them that the same question. I'm not going to say any names because where people queue chats who do not send witch hunts. We don't do that. But the reality of the situation is I don't know if he's the reason. I don't know if he picks the questions or if they just give me a script and it's like, okay, I'll read it or I'll type it in my own words. Because you know it's Andrew that types it.
Yes, in Andre's voice, so you know it's Andre. It's the same wording he'd use in any interview, like IRL.
It's the exact same. Okay, I mean,
literally the same shit. It's like, alright, bro.
We're being very careful because
even see this, bro. They might have no clue. I think they do, but I just think it's fucking funny. We just have no clue.
bruh. All right, get me back in that map. That moment where you're spamming the button to open the chest, and then you open the chest and leave the map because it spawned on the portal. And you're just like, bruh, I didn't want this. I'll go for this one.
We have many friends. What?
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame.
The winds will
At some point, I should just get my sweet dream affixes though. But before I get them, I'd have to decide what base affix I'm going for, which is the problem. I think base affix wise, I'll probably go for Max Tenacity Blessing on the wand because it should be cheaper than Max Focus Blessing. And on the rod, I should be getting chance to generate Focus Blessing. Actually, no, probably Focus Blessing might be cheaper. I don't know, whichever is cheaper, I'll get on the wand, on the rod. Because I need to fix that after. I need to fix my source of, or I need to fix it before I get Winter of Origin Vorax, because without it, then we gain nothing from the Vorax. Holy compasses.
Loaded. What's that?
If it's taking me that long to clear, if it's taking me that long to go to that many maps, maybe it's worth not rushing the eternity thing and instead just trying to push 1T. What do you think? Like T0 my mods, so that I can actually farm to it faster. Because like realistically, 30 a map is actually really rough for TLI.
30 an hour? 30 an hour
yeah,
implies
30
2
an hour.
minutes a map.
I am
it-
spending an average of 2 minutes a map.
Eternity will help you a lot on that front, but so will teaser in your mods as well. So like,
Well, I'm thinking about those helping me both ways. They help me long term because I get it done. I can start like paying for pricey uniques like prairies and moths because I need like 1 prairie, 2 moths.
are you sure
then
teasering
it
your
helps-
mods is really the next step in your progression?
Yeah. Because I have T1s.
T0s
Yeah,
are
it is.
impactful,
They're huge
but
for
I
me.
didn't more
T0, my
impactful than
life
like
mods are insane.
a Slate's rework. As
This
an
Slate
example.
rework is a prairie. It's a prairie and double moth rework. So that's what you're asking me.
You don't have to have the mods when you send it, you know, right? You can get by depending on the mod that you're copying with prairie. Prairie you have to get, but mods you can work your way towards them.
Wait, why?
Prairie copies all adjacent, so you get 4 mods for the price of 1 spot. Moth copies one side, so you get an extra mod for this price of
Oh, okay,
1
I get what
spot.
you mean. I mean, I guess I can ask my friend. I'm just kind of asking him what he recommends when I sent him my gear.
Okay, in that case,
I
then
would
you know,
not-
it's
and
fine.
he says T0s is the next step because those life mods being bigger is huge, right? There's 2 ways to get your life mods huge. The first one is an insane inverse image because my inverse image is a big micro one.
Okay.
And then the next thing he pointed out was like, better uniques, but that means you need to get them with the good corruption and good life, which will be also very expensive. So he's like, actually, the most cost effective for you is probably just teasering your mods, your life mods. You get way more life.
If it's teasering your life mods, I can agree with, because those are basic mods typically.
Yeah, he said life, and then ultimates.
Because
Or at least trying to get my ultimates T1, because I haven't done that yet. But I'm
that
not
would be
gonna
an
lie, I do be
investment.
trying. And then all the ultimates I'm using don't have it. Like 2 of them don't have a T2 version. That's fucking annoying.
So it's all or nothing.
So I'm literally just spam 20 and just making no progress. You're like, alright. That's good. It's plus levels too.
I lost ES. How did I lose ES? Did I have ES on the other memory? I had cooldown recovery. I don't think I had ES. What did I replace? Minion max life. That shouldn't affect me. Why do I have 700 self AK? I'm actually not sure. I'm not 100%. I actually don't know where I lost the ES from. Oh well.
Sent you my maps after an hour.
What do you mean you sent me your maps after an hour? Like
Where's the screenshot of it? Where would I screenshot that? Like hour progress. Just show you.
Like-
I think I see it.
the minimized version that I sent?
I guess, yeah, that.
I mean, that's in Titrack, but the
it
you
looks like.
make it transparent and then you can screenshot that.
We can be friends.
Because like that I'll be able to
This
read
looks so
very
different.
easily.
Oh shit. Actual earnings. Full duration. In-map duration.
I kind of hate that the strings for League Mechanics show up as stars, like 20, like same as 20 FEs. It's like I don't want to pick them up anymore. So that one kind of annoys me about the filter.
Sent you the screenshot.
All right, let's see.
Basically an hour.
1566. That's kind of good. It's really good. This
I
is.
mean, minus cage. I don't know if it's that minus cage. It's
Why are you
kinda rough.
minusing
That could've-
cage?
Well, because I don't think a cage is 1 in 30.
I don't think it's a
You
1
don't
in
think the
30
cage is 1 in
either.
30, which is why
but-
I'm not like I think it's worth looking at it in this and being like, okay, it is. It is.
I think that's why you try to.
It is in a loophole.
That's why you increase the number of maps you run. But like, think of it this way: if you didn't drop cage, it would be worse. But you would have enough to go again until you got cage, and cage is not the only profit in there.
I wouldn't have enough to go again. It costs 1,000 just for 30 maps.
Total
35
earnings
times 30.
isn't that profit? Did you added things here, didn't you?
You know,
It's kind
No, I
of
didn't. No, I haven't added anything.
truly empty. You can
Oh, you mean
1556.
like the things in the bottom?
1556 is your
Yeah, it's my total earnings. So if we
yes,
minus
it's
cage from that. That's not enough to pay for another 30.
I think that's profits. Not not that's not the gross amount you got, that's profit.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Well, profit loot cost says 100, 144, 43.
144
last
being
map.
the loots. This for your last
That was
map,
just for the
yes.
last map. I would love to see this information like for
Ne-
like
Your cost is 43.7, your profit was 144, so the profit is 100. Or the total you got is 144, so the profit is 100. That's how you read that.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's 155 or 1500 is the profit. So you take what you had base, add 1500 to it, and now you can use that to buy with cage. Without cage, you'd be on like maybe 700. You'd be on like 600 or
700
something.
So that's not quite enough for 30, but yeah, that's what I meant.
But like you'd be 700 and the base, so you'd get more runs in if you wanted to scale it. But the thing with scaling it is like you're saying, okay, for the next like 60, I'm not buying upgrades. So it's up to you how you want to balance it.
I think we're on the same page. I think it's still good.
Don't
It's probably worth doing. It's probably the most FE I can get without doing boss rushing shit right now.
It's just
So
a long, long time of loneliness.
At some point, I want to go and test purple clockwork. But at some point, it's not now. Right now, I have upgrades on my mind, and I don't know if I want to risk 100 maps on that.
The winds will blow away.
Enjoy this moment. The champion deserves the honor.
Don't worry.
But the cowardly worship his gods henceforth.
My room is getting hot. I assume weather outside is getting hot as well.
1 degrees.
It's 1. When I opened that window, that shit was hot. But then again, the sun was out. Give me a second. Let me go open that window now.
We do not understand why a rapidly fading life should dream every day. I've had all those dreams. We have many friends. 1, 2. It's enough.
All right, I am back. All right, let's go.
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame. In the flame
Oh, geez. Oh.
from the gods, he forged the Aegis.
Yeah, I think my next buy is 100% going to be CDR for my Magi. It'll make this feel so much like even smoother than it is. Which makes me question when I will get my Origin. Because a part of me thinks until I get that wicked upgrade of like 3.2%, let's say. Until I pick up that upgrade, Origin isn't going to be as impactful. But when I do pick it up, I can then start scaling Origin. I think honestly, I'm not giving Origin enough credits considering how much it scales. Because I'm thinking of the amount of crit we end up losing, crit chance we end up losing as a result. And honestly, I need to check how much my minions crit chance even is already and figure out if like how close to cap they are. But it's so hard to do because I have those synthetic troops. I might end up on equipping them just to see. Because those guys hit so frequently that you just see numbers. You know who it's from, you just see numbers. Not necessarily big numbers, just numbers.
Don't worry. That world is not scary. It's just a long, long...
Enjoy this moment. The champion.
Low life reduce, receive extra damage, everything else is fine. Because I never enter low life, I should be fine.
In the flame stolen from the gods, he forged the Aegis.
The winds will blow away all traces of your existence.
The coward worshipped his gods henceforth.
Ooh, an ultimate ember. Holy.
What is? What's that?
Okay. Dora just had a double proc into a second proc. That was a Doro high roll. How much did I make in that map actually?
Don't worry. That world
237.
is just a long
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and
And like that was one of those maps that if you didn't have Doro, might have broken even or not, or been unprofitable. Because I feel like that collection doll, actually no, collection doll is from the chest, so you would have gotten collection dolls. It would have been profitable, but the other complexes would not have dropped, which are obviously a decent part of the 200 profit we got, right?
worshipped his gods henceforth.
Don't worry. We're still making preparations. We've
What is? What's that?
Ooh, give me that astrolabe. Wait, I saw something else outside the map. What the fuck? That be it? What was that? Did she just drop outside the arena?
don't worry.
Because I went through the top side, not the bottom side.
Preparations.
Unless it was a smack. The Frost Mage I smacked. And killed stuff on the other side, which is where those FE dropped from. Which makes sense. Oh no, I was meant to go kill the Watcher. We can kill the Watcher after this.
Don't worry. We're still making preparations.
In the flame stolen from the gods, he forged the Aegis. The coward worshipped his gods henceforth.
Perhaps we can be friends once you've turned to dust.
What is? What's that?
Dude, Doro procs though.
Some
She is treating me well. It's actually insane. Now, granted, this is a lucky streak, but this is a lucky streak of lucky streaks. With how much is procced in the past, how many maps?
Why have you awakened? Sink into the abyss awaits. Why have you awakened? The abyss awaits. It is time for your exit. The abyss awaits.
I should probably eventually upgrade the Watcher I'm killing. I just enjoy clapping him into non-existence. And when I upgrade, will probably when I can clap that guy into non-existence. Like, it's just nice to not have to deal with mechanics, which is why I'm not in Steelforge, by the way, because I don't kill them fast enough to not deal with my guys' force phases. Well, not forced, semi-forced phases, I guess. And it's a pain. It's a pain.
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame.
The winds will blow away all traces of your existence.
In the flame stolen from the gods, he forged the Aegis. But the coward worshipped his gods henceforth. Enjoy this moment. The champion deserves the honor.
Surely you have another golden cage in store for me, right? I don't like that damage avoidance. I don't like any damage avoidance mod, if I'm being honest.
In the flame stolen from the gods, he forged the Aegis. But the coward worshipped his gods henceforth.
Taken.
Come here, I got that last guy. It's a match assembler. It's not the end of the world if I didn't get it, but I want to have gotten it. I need to check my compass number as well.
In the moment you strike a chord, voices
Brother,
We can be friends
stop chasing me.
once you've turned to dust.
In the flame stolen from the gods, he forged the Aegis. But the cowardly worshipped his gods.
Taken.
How many compasses do I have left? 25 flourishing gods is pretty good, honestly. So that means we have
Conflicts carry the
about 33 maps. How do we have so many? Did we drop like... Did tomorrow's actually just bless us, or did I underestimate how many I had? Like I don't know how we have that many, but the others seem to be aligned with it, so far be it from me to look a gift horse in the mouth, you know. I shall be doing no such thing. So that means by the time we actually run out, we should have ideally the currency to be going for 100 maps, and then the job is what we just need to do past that is just run 100 maps. What the fuck was that? Oh, deep space resonance, maybe. Let me check the filter just to make sure it is updated, because odds are min-max has made an update. Yep. This is the reason I use min-max's filter, just because of the Frequent updates. Like the minion sounds, I don't mind. I did mind when I first got it, but I don't mind anymore. And I think it's for what it's worth, a necessary evil, because my problem with Dundee Crown Filter is just the like clockwork. Golden clockwork compass was the same price, was a very light green, like it was some trash blue compass when it was literally 100 and something FE. So I was like, yeah, no. Why does this outlaw truck look different than I remember? It looks like the ceiling is like whitish or something. Can you just give me decent cards, please? It doesn't even be like insane, just usable, really. That's all I asked for.
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame. In the flame stolen from the gods, he forged the east. The coward worshipped his
Perhaps we can be friends once you've turned to dust. We've witnessed many final moments like that.
I don't know how long these maps are taking me now, because I feel like since my hero memory, it has actually been notably faster. Maybe it's the CDR. It's probably just the extra damage plus the CDR. The Magi CDR, to be precise. Because now I notice for God of Might, things just don't stay alive anymore. They spawn, they get clapped.
The coward worshipped his gods. Hence, enjoy this moment. The champion deserves the honor. Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame.
All right, while this is happening, yeah, I've been averaging sub 1 minute maps for the past like 6 maps. Like it does feel like I am faster with the clear.
The coward worshipped his gods. Henceforth.
What it? What's that?
Holy, big Doro proc from League Mechanic. GG. Like I said, I like killing the res.
Enjoy this moment. The champion deserves the honor.
Don't worry. We're still making preparations.
I like killing the res for a reason. They actually do feel worth picking off if you see them. But like aside the res, I just don't bother. Oh god, they have all their buffs, don't they? We made 100 FE? 114, yeah.
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame.
Don't worry. We're still making preparations.
In the flame stolen from the gods, he forged the Aegis.
No, that's a map. I'm not going to bother with it.
Perhaps we can be
Nice. So she procced off of the compass dropped by Goddess of Hunt's compass. Then she procced off of the chest.
We're fond of this sky. The stars that vanish at dawn return once more at nightfall.
Let me see. Okay. I was reading something. Let's continue. We go purple 100%. What is this though? We go purple 100%. It's not the question. It's a 50% plus chance to drop an extra compass, which could potentially be an extra Doro proc. So we don't sleep on that. We most definitely do not sleep on that. Oh god, can you die? Fucking invulnerable doesn't want to start taking damage, but is trying to hug me. Like, the counter to that mechanic is being close, right? So why won't you take damage?
Don't worry. That world is not.
The cowardly worshipped his gods henceforth. Enjoy this moment. The champion deserves the honor.
If I can get sub 1 minute on this map, then I know I'm very quick, because this map is ass.
Don't worry. We're still making preparations. Perhaps we
I hate how long it takes to drop for items to, or for kills to show loot sometimes. Like, I see them getting blown up, but like the loot won't show up until I've gone past it.
In the flame stolen from the gods, he forged the Aegis.
This is definitely not sub 1 minute.
The champion deserves
Definitely not. If God of War is already done and I'm not done with might.
The coward worship his gods.
What it? What's that?
Ooh, Doro Proctor. How long did that take? $115 was profit, but 115. Yeah, I figured it wasn't that fast. If I skipped the backtracking, it would have been faster. But like, would I really skip the backtracking when it's just straight up more loot when I'm in the area? I hate that there's that delay though between when they die and when the loot actually drops. One of those things that I realize has been annoying me more and more. Just why the delay? Why does it exist? Like there, see? Because like I'm killing things behind me because my minions will kill a bit late. My minions will kill a bit late, and it won't be till after, like notably after the minion kills, that I would actually now get to react to it. Maps tend to be instant. Resident Eyes tend to be instant, but like Effie feels like he has a delay. Like look at that at the bottom. But that one I didn't actually see, so it's probably just a case of I didn't see that one. I do also off screen, so there's that.
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame.
The winds will blow away. Don't worry. We're still making preparations.
In the flame stolen from the gods, ye forged the Aegis. The coward worship his gods henceforth. And enjoy this moment. The champion deserves the honor.
Bruh. Hola Yola ass, what the hell? I don't like refreshing almost after every round. But sometimes it feels mandatory. I don't like this one.
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame.
Don't worry. We're still making preparations.
In the flame stolen from the gods, he forged the Aegis.
Don't worry. That world is not scary. It's just a long, long time of loneliness.
The coward worship his gods. Henceforth, enjoy this moment. The champion deserves the honor.
What it? What's that?
I was about to say, is this gonna be a Duro map? The answer is yes.
Some
Alright. I think we actually started going on a decently unlucky run until that one. So like unlucky, this one, unlucky. Like we actually had a fair amount of unlucky runs in recent times. Like we haven't gone much higher than 3600, but they're making good money, all things considered. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with more. I'm not sure if I want to stream D4 or TLI, but I think I want to stream TLI if I'm being honest. I think I want to stream TLI. Next week, my stream is I'm probably going to not stream for a decent chunk, and that's because I work at night next week. Sadly, so I might try to stream on like Monday, but Monday will probably be hectic. So maybe not Monday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on how it feels when I get back in the groove. And yeah, Thursday is going to be a reveal for PoE2. So regardless, I think I'm going to stream. And I will try to work from home on that day so that I can actually stream the reveal. And then depending on how work goes, I might be live until, you know, talking about whatever they just showed us and whatnot. I don't think we'll get patch notes on next week for Thursday. Maybe we do, and we have like 2 weeks to marinate in them, maybe. But it's also very possible we don't. I have no idea. So we'll see how next week's reveal goes. I'll keep you guys updated on Discord in any case for the days I do end up streaming where it looks like maybe I can. We'll see. We'll just have to take it day by day. But for now, the expectation is most days I'm probably not going to stream. So just putting that out there as well. But anyways, guys, that's all unnecessary for now. I will be back tomorrow. Till then, have a good night.